Hello.
Hi, I'm looking for Aaron.
Yeah, that's me. Who's this?
Hey, what's up, Aaron? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
From who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you've heard of the show?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Okay. Have you ever heard of the segment we do called the Second Date Update?
No, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. You're going to get very familiar with it because you're a part of a Second Date Update now.
What?
It's a segment we do on our show where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back afterwards, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and ask what went wrong. So a girl named Maria emailed us about you.
Oh, okay.
That's the excited voice, right?
Yeah. She told us a little bit about your date. Didn't sound like much of a date, just breaking into her house basically when you came to pick her up.
Oh my God. Yeah, that did happen.
But she also said that you're not calling her back, and at the end of that experience, you guys had sort of made plans to go out again.
Yeah. Yeah. It just doesn't seem like it's really a great fit. You know, like it seems like, I don't know. I don't want to be mean, but it just seems like it would be kind of hard to actually date her.
Oh.
Why is that?
I don't know. It feels like we're on different levels, if that makes any sense.
Is it because you had to break into her house because she forgot her keys that were actually in her purse?
No, it's not that at all. That was actually pretty great. I don't get to break a lot of windows. That was really fun.
Oh, so you did think that part, well, the only part really of your whole date, you had a good time with her.
Yeah. If every girl wanted me to break into her house, I would totally be fine with that. That's a fun adventure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems like an exciting time.
I thought the blood would definitely be like, well, I cut myself and I'm leaving.
It was super minor, and she had bandage. It was not a big deal.
Okay.
So then what's the reason that you're not calling her back? Why don't you feel like you're on the same level or whatever you said?
Well, so while we were around, like, one of the sides of her house trying to find a window to get into, we were talking. We were trying to have, like, salvage a date out of this.
Right.
And this is the first time we've talked in person, so we were chatting.
So
and
you're having, like, first date get-to-know-me conversation over trying to jimmy a window open to get into a house.
Yeah, we're just making, like, small talk or whatever. So we were talking about TV shows that we're watching, and we both love Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Which is my favorite show. I'm not going to spoil anything, but we were talking about it, and she said something that seemed kind of weird early on. She just said, it's weird that 1,000 years ago people had to worry about getting eaten by dragons.
But she was joking, right? I mean, that was being
That's
silly.
what I thought. So I laughed. I thought that was funny. And she heard me laughing, and she was like, what? Dragons are bad. Just like that. Just like that.
Okay,
So she
still
thought
funny,
dragons were real.
At this point, I don't know what she's thinking. Is this some sort of, is she messing with me? Is this like some test? Like, will you break a window? Do you think that I think dragons are real? Like, it's all some elaborate first date test, you know? And so I don't know. So I'm like, I'm sort of feeling it out, and I laugh, and I think we're having an okay time.
Mm-hmm.
And she keeps talking about like what this time period would have been like to live in, not this universe, this time period. She actually said Game of Thrones is my favorite period piece.
So maybe she just used the wrong wording. Like, there's no way she actually thinks it's like a reenactment from real life.
As far as I can tell, like, she doesn't think like there were cameras there, obviously. Like, but she thinks it's like based on a true story, like that.
No.
But then she got into like how it's weird that wizards and witches just like aren't around as much anymore. Like, they sort of disappeared.
At any time did you explain to her that Game of Thrones is made up and it's not a documentary?
Look, man, if she thinks that's true, then I don't want to break her heart. I don't want to crush her and tell her about the terrible world. And if she's messing with me, I don't want to admit that I'm fooled. There's no win situation.
Yeah, I guess you're screwed. Hey, Aaron, I do want to let you know, though, that you might have crushed her.
What do you mean?
I mean that she's actually on the other line listening to this conversation, and she might have just found out that Game of Thrones is not real. Maria, are you still there?
I'm not stupid. I know that Game of Thrones isn't real. It's not a documentary, but it's based on true events.
I mean, I hope you're messing with me. I hope that this is just a really good joke.
No, it's like the Renaissance, you know, like that stuff.
What?
It's like that show Vikings, you know, like, what are you trying to say, that Vikings aren't real? They were...
Vikings are real. They existed. Dragons did not exist.
Well, they don't exist anymore because humans killed them.
What are you talking about, Maria?
Are you guys screwing with me? Are you are all in on this prank?
No,
No,
we're not at all. I promise you, Maria wanted to call you to find out what went wrong on the date.
I should have known with the window you guys were that somebody was setting me up. This whole thing.
No, this is not a setup. I promise you. Maria, do you really think that dragons existed?
They did. I read history books about them.
Sci-fi and history books are not the same thing.
That's what I'm not dumb, guys. Like, I know that the Game of Thrones story is dramatized, but like dragons actually existed in the Renaissance. You can read about it, and like witchcraft and wizardry was a thing.
Well, that part's true.
Sort of.
I don't know which books you're reading, Maria, but I want to read them.
It's in tons of books, and you can start by reading the Bible because it's got all of that.
Wow.
All right.
I know that they exist, and I have proof. You don't even have to read the books. Like, I'll send you the Wikipedia link that I found, and you can read it yourself.
So you're serious? You really believe this?
100%. I believe with all my heart that dragons used to exist, and I'm afraid that they'll come back.
Oh my God, you guys! Science is not a belief system.
It's the Bible. Read it.
Are there dragons in the Bible?
Well, Maria, what do you think about that being the reason that Aaron's not calling you back because he disagrees with you on the whole dragons being real things?
I don't like the tone of this whole thing because it feels like everyone's making fun of me, but Aaron is the ignorant one.
I'm not making fun of you, Maria. I haven't read what you've read, and I'm not as educated as you on the subject, so I can't claim to know anything about dragons.
No, Jubal.
Well, you should do that because it's an interesting subject.
Okay, I will.
God.
At this point, I would like to ask Aaron, though, real quick. Aaron, would you like to go on a second date with Maria? We will pay for it.
I mean, at this point, I don't know if she wants to go on a second date with me, but I'm kind of curious where this goes.
Are you being serious?
Hear that, Maria?
You want to go out with her again?
She's fun.
Dude.
You know what? Like, I'm up for it. You know, like, you only get one chance in life to have this kind of fun, right?
Oh my God.
Maria, would you like to go out with Aaron again?
Yeah.
You guys can hash out the whole Game of Thrones thing in person.
If Aaron is open to hearing me out and reading my books, then yes, I would consider going out with him again.
Yes.
Aaron, can you promise
my
to go into
gosh.
this next date with Maria with an open mind about dragons?
Absolutely.
Oh, wonderful. Congratulations, Maria. You got your second date.
We did it.
I love you guys. Thank you so much.
No, Maria, thank you. Thank you for today's phone call. That was awesome.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello?
Hi, is Jay there?
Yeah, this is Jay. Who's this?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. How are you?
Wait, from the radio show?
Yeah. What's up, man? How are you?
I'm doing okay. What's up with you?
Not much. I'm just chilling. I wanted to give you a call because we actually received an email about you.
About me?
Yeah. It's from a girl that you went out on a date with.
Are you serious right now?
I am. Her name is Melissa. Do you remember going on a date with Melissa?
Oh. Yeah, I do.
All right. I figure she'd probably be easy to remember because she licked a bowling shoe while you guys were out.
She told you that?
Yes, she did. We actually talked to her about your date, and she's confused because she's been trying to get a hold of you for a second date, but you're not calling her back.
Oh, man. Yo, I can't believe she told you about the shoe.
Yeah,
Can't either.
she did. I can't believe she admitted to doing that either, man. That was crazy.
I would have told nobody that.
You're the one that dared her to lick the shoe. You've got to take some responsibility.
Yeah, but I didn't tell her to go tell anybody about it.
Yeah, that's like something you take to your grave, right?
I almost accidentally lick inside the hole of a bowling ball. I was scared she might actually do it.
Yeah, dude. I think you stopped at the appropriate time, or maybe actually I think it went too far. But
Yeah, that was up in the ante, but we stopped right there. Wow.
so what's the reason you're not calling her back? Do you not want to see her again?
Let's just put it like this. I date my fair share of ladies, and certain things are red flags. And I can tell pretty easily when I can and can't trust somebody.
Okay.
Wait, so you're saying you don't think you can trust her?
Nah, I couldn't trust her any farther I could throw her.
Why do you say that?
Because of what happened at the bowling alley.
You can't trust her because she licked the shoe? I would think, hey, if I dare somebody to lick a shoe and they did it, they would have all my trust.
You know what? She got points for that. She was doing good up until this other moment that happened and maybe changed my entire perspective on her.
What happened?
All right, so we would close it out. We were about to get out of there.
Uh-huh.
And she ran to the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
And I said, okay, cool. I'm going to go take your shoes and check them back in with the front desk. So as I'm dropping the shoes off, the cashier guy leans into me and says, hey, that's your girlfriend or whatever. I'm like, nah, not yet. Just kind of joking with him.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, well, she might be dodging a bullet, man. So what are you talking about?
Whoa.
So he then tells me he was watching us bowl the whole time.
Creepy.
And while I was setting up my shot, he saw her pick up my phone and actually started going through my phone.
What?
No.
Exactly.
How could he tell that was your phone from all the way back at the bowling desk?
No, he said he saw her do it 5 or 6 times and only did it while my back was turned.
Oh, what?
Really?
Dang, that is sketchy.
And you didn't think to ask her about it or anything?
It was the first date. Now, if it was a girlfriend, cool. We can have it out right then and there. But the first date, if you're already going through my phone?
Yeah.
Nah.
So you believe this dude that you don't know who said she was going through your phone?
Yeah, hell yeah. If anything, he was looking out for me.
Yeah.
It's the unwritten rule. Guys look out for guys. And he helped me dodge a bullet.
Wow. Okay.
She just seems she seemed really cool when we talked to her. You don't think that there could be another explanation, like she accidentally picked up your phone instead of hers?
5 or 6 times? And only when my back is turned? Nah. What she did is some straight, shady and I don't need that in my life.
Yeah, dude.
I'm curious if she was actually going through your phone, though. I want to know the answer to that.
And why?
I don't need to know that. I mean, she did it on the first date. What do you think will happen on the second, or the third, or the fourth?
Well, I just say that because I want to ask her, and I forgot to let you know that she's actually on the other line listening to this conversation.
Yo, no way.
Melissa, you still there?
Hello?
Hey, there she is.
Hi, Jay.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Okay. You sneak it in. I thought you were.
I am not sneaky at all. You got it all wrong. That story, his side of the story, it is not how it looks. It's not what it seems like.
Really? So you weren't going through his phone?
I mean, not like that. It's not like I hacked into his phone and was looking through every little detail. No.
Wait, Melissa, I was standing up for you. You actually were looking at his phone when his back was turned.
Okay, listen. I was sitting there. He's bowling. His phone buzzed loud as hell. I just so happened to look over, and it's right there. I'm not blind. I can see what it says.
So just leave it there. You don't pick it up and then start reading all his messages.
Exactly.
I saw a name, and it looked like a female's name. I think it was Sammy or something like that. And I just leaned the phone over to see what the text said. He's the one who has the message right there on his screen.
Wow.
And it said, "Are we still on for tonight? Are you still picking me up?" Something like that, like at 9, like right after our date.
What?
It was weird. So I was just like, what? What's that?
Oh, Jay.
Yeah, it was weird when you looking at my messages.
I mean, but your messages were sitting next to me, so I looked over. I wasn't trying to be sneaky or anything.
Oh,
we were
man.
having a good
Yeah.
time.
All right, cool. So you saw something on my phone. Why are you going back to my phone again 5 or 6 times after that? Did you
5
or
or
did you
6
not
times.
keep picking up my phone?
It was not. It was like 2 or 3 times. 3 or
Why are
4
you still picking up
times.
my phone? That's the point I'm trying to get you. Why are you picking up my phone?
It kept going off. Like whoever that girl was, she kept texting you. So I'm just
All
trying
right,
to
all right, okay, wait. You the phone monitor or something?
No, but me and you are on a date, and I want to know if you're involved with someone else. I know your
None of your
reputation. I'm
business. We're not
sure
together.
you know your own damn reputation. And you're a good-looking guy.
Shorty, that's none of your
nice.
business. We're not together.
Look, you have a reputation. You know your reputation. I know it. Our friends know it. You're a ladies' man, so don't act like it's all out of the blue why a female, because I'm sure they've done it in the past, looks over and checks your phone, especially if they're on a date with you and your phone's just getting blown up. I think anybody would do that. Actually, if it was my phone and you were sitting down and I'm bowling and my phone's just going out, buzz, 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 you can't tell me you wouldn't look over, like, who's hitting her up so much? Who wants to know where she is?
It's like, yo, do you hear what you're saying right now? All right, do you hear what you're saying? I would never go through somebody's phone when we're on a date, a first date at that.
Well, that's you. I want to know who I'm
Don't
dating.
rationalize your craziness and try to tell me what I'm going to do on a date.
I'm not trying to rationalize it. I think any sane person would do what I did, and I'm not like mad that I did it. I don't feel bad for doing it. I wanted to know who you were, what was going on with you, and if I saw something suspicious, then I'm going to look into it.
I don't really blame her. I mean, she's just trying to look out for herself a little bit.
His phone was
Come on, you
going
can't
off,
defend
like
that.
buzz, 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 buzz. I'm like,
But you
who
did
is
have-
looking for you.
You had 2 dates planned in the same night, Jay. I mean, you
Yeah.
kind of had a point.
All right, wait. All right, look, we got to like just squash all that nonsense. Let me tell you this right here. The name that came up, Sammy, that's a dude. It's not a chick. It's a dude.
That's a dude. Sammy
Y'all
really,
tripping, man.
no guy. Sammy in his phone, it was spelled S-A-M-M-I. No guy spells Sammy like that. That's a girl. Sammy for a guy is S-A-M-M-Y, sweetie. I know that. So it wasn't like that in your phone. That's a girl.
Okay, so all right, so now there's rules of how I have to spell my boy's name in my phone. Okay, can you get any further in my business?
Melissa, why did you even call for a second date with this dude if you think that he's a player and like planning dates after you?
I still thought the date went good, and I asked my friends, like, do you guys know anybody named Sammy? And nobody knew a Sammy, so I'm like, maybe it's nothing.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that he knew that I looked. So I thought maybe we could have a second date. I just got caught, gosh.
All right, well, Jay, I have to ask this question. Maybe I don't know the answer. I don't know what's right and wrong anymore. Jay, would you like to go on a second date with Melissa? We will pay for it.
Dude, really?
Yes, I'm asking. Would you like to go out with her again? It sounds like you guys have the perfect foundation for a great relationship.
Nah, Chief, I'm going to pass. But if I need somebody to check my phone messages, I know who to call.
Oh, gosh.
I'm sorry, Melissa. No second date for you.
That's okay, guys. Thanks for trying.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it was meant to be.
No, it doesn't.
You know what? I'm actually kind of glad this happened, though. I mean, I dodged a hell of a bullet, man. Yeah.
Well, good luck to you both, okay?
Thank you, guys.
All right, man. Thanks.
And Jay, tell Sammy I said hi, however you spell her name.
It's a dude, not a girl.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello.
Hi, is this Alicia?
Yeah, this is Alicia.
Hi, Alicia. This is Jubal, and I host a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
What?
My name is Jubal, and I host a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Have you ever heard of it?
I don't think so.
Wonderful. It means we're doing our job.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to call you today to ask you about a guy that you recently went on a date with.
What?
We do a segment on our radio show called The Second Date Update. That's basically where if you go out on a date with somebody and then don't call them back, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and ask why.
Oh, okay. That's fun, I guess.
It is kind of
way
fun.
to
I
put
like it. And the guy that emailed us about you, his name is Huxley.
Huxley?
Huxley, yeah. Do you know a lot of Huxleys? I feel like that's not a very common name.
No, I only know one Huxley.
And have you gone out with Huxley lately?
Yes, I did hang out with him recently.
Okay, good. We've got the right person on the phone then. Well, Huxley is wondering why you won't answer any of his Facebook messages or phone calls or anything after you guys hung out.
I mean, I don't know.
You don't know what?
I don't know why I haven't called him back.
What? Come on.
Yes,
You have
do.
to know why you haven't called him back. There's got to be a reason.
I don't know if I should talk about it.
Why not? He's the one that's asking.
I mean, this is a radio station.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, he contacted us to get a hold of you because you won't tell him, and so he's confused. Is there anything that you can tell us?
I mean, we used to be really good friends in college.
Come on, you gotta give this man something. He has been crushing on you hard for a really long time.
He has?
Yeah. He says he's had a crush on you since college, and you always had a boyfriend, so he could never ask you out. And then he saw that you were recently single, so he decided to take the chance, and you guys actually went out. And now he wants to see you again, but apparently you're not calling him back.
I mean, it's really flattering, but I don't think I'm going to go out with him again.
Oh, but you should have heard the way he described you and your beautiful smile and how
Yeah.
lovely you are and what a good person you are.
Super cute.
I know. I mean, he is a really nice guy. I mean, Huxley is great.
Okay, so if you like him so much and he's a really great guy, why not give him the respect of at least letting him know why you don't want to go out with him again?
Okay, fine. I just don't want to date a guy who's been divorced.
Wait.
What?
What?
You don't want to date a guy who's been divorced?
No, it's a huge turnoff to me.
Well,
Wait, though.
Huxley told us that you were recently divorced. Is that not true?
That is true. I just don't want to date a guy who's divorced.
Wait, is it because you're just not ready to date yet?
No, I don't want to date a guy with all of that baggage from being divorced. It's a lot to deal with.
But
You
you're
can see how that
divorced.
sounds a little strange, though, right? Like you're divorced and you're saying you don't want to date a guy who's divorced?
Yeah, I mean, it's just different. It's very different.
All right, so even though you've been divorced, you just will not date a dude who's been divorced.
Yeah, that's right.
You understand how hypocritical that sounds, right?
I mean, divorced guys are just always bitter, and they're always talking about how women are going to take their money just like their ex-wife did.
That is a huge stereotype that I don't think holds true.
Those are the guys that I've met.
I know a lot of divorced dudes, and I've never heard one of them say that, actually.
Well, you're not dating them, are you?
No, unfortunately, because a few of them are loaded, and I would love to take their money. Hey, Alicia, it's very interesting reasoning. Thank you for being honest with us and giving us an answer.
Yeah, I just prefer a single guy who is completely unattached.
Weird.
That's just my thing.
Okay. And my thing is surprising people by letting them know that somebody's on the other line when they're listening. And Huxley is actually on the phone and heard this whole conversation and wants to talk to you.
No, he's not.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I don't understand your reasoning at all. It makes no sense.
It's just my thing. I don't want to date a divorced guy.
But you're divorced.
Yeah, but you're a divorced guy, and I'm a divorced woman, and it's very, very different.
What? I don't think it's very, very different at all.
The difference is I divorced my husband, but you lost your wife. So it's a very different dynamic.
What? Oh, my God.
Yeah, I won my divorce. You lost yours. So you have more baggage because you didn't win your divorce.
Are you kidding me?
Board game.
So are you saying, Alicia, that because you're the one that divorced your husband, you have less baggage than Huxley?
Yeah, when we were at the bar, he told me that his wife broke up with him. I mean, I left my ex, so there's a big difference there.
Oh, my God.
I did not know that.
I didn't either.
Shit, my ex and I split like 7 years ago. It was like an amicable split. She left, but it was completely like amicable. Both sides agreed that it was over.
So it sounds like you're changing your story now because that's not what you told me at the bar.
What are you talking? I mean, I said she left me, which implied like she left the relationship.
I mean, I would have thought differently if you had left her, but it sounds like you were not the one in the driver's seat in this relationship.
You guys listening to
Alicia,
this?
are you just being mean and petty because you're really hurt by your own stuff you're going through?
No, I'm not being mean and petty. I'm telling this guy what I want out of a relationship. How is that being mean and petty?
So you like me better if I divorced my wife?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
This is so weird.
Actually, I would prefer that you weren't divorced at all. But since you were divorced, it is better if you left her instead of the other way around.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
I mean, look at it this way. When some people get a dog, some people like get a new puppy, and some people like to adopt a rescue. I want a new puppy.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
That's
She knows
awesome.
what she wants.
Hey, Alicia, would you like to go out on a second date with Huxley? I probably know the answer, but we will pay for a date if you go out with him again.
You know, I think I made my point pretty clear, but I still would like to be friends with him.
Hey, a little rescue.
Alicia, how can I possibly just be friends with you after all of the stuff you just said about me?
You're damaged. I just don't want that in a relationship, but I am fine working with you through it as a friend. I can't do it in a
I'm not
relationship.
damaged. You're damaged. You're damaged. Like, hear yourself. You are damaged. You are the damaged one.
But I'm not as damaged as you because I left my husband.
All right. I'll let you guys argue this out later about who's the more damaged in this situation. Alicia, thank you for your time. Huxley, I'm sorry you didn't get a second date out of this whole thing.
Yeah, thanks.
But you know what I will do for you, Huxley?
What's that?
I'll ask our listeners. Text in at 78592. We have a beautiful rescue on the phone. His name is Huxley. If you'd like to adopt him, text us 78592.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello?
Hi, I was looking to speak with Marianne.
That's me.
Hey, Marianne, how are you? My name is Jubal, and I host a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Oh, okay.
What's up?
What's up?
Not much.
Hey, Marianne.
How are you doing today?
Oh, hi. I'm doing well. A little confused, but cool.
Any idea why I'm calling you?
I'm really hoping I won a big prize.
You might have won a big prize.
Yeah.
I don't really know how tall he is or how much he weighs. He could be big. I have no idea.
What does that mean?
That means that one of our listeners emailed us because they want to do a second date update with you.
What?
Do you know what that is? Have you heard the second date update before?
I've heard it sometimes on my commute.
Okay.
I'm now trying to think, who's I on a date with?
Well, his name is Kevin.
Oh,
Rings a bell, it sounds like.
yeah, it does.
Well, we just talked to Kevin, and he told us that you guys met on Tinder and went out for drinks and spent a lot of time talking celebrity gossip and stuff, and then went back to his place.
Oh, wow. Okay, you guys know all of that.
Yeah, we do. We also know that at one moment he went to go change, and then you just left.
Yes, I did. I did do that.
Okay.
He said that you left in such a hurry that you didn't even bother to shut the door.
Yeah, I got out of there as quick as I could.
Whoa.
Do you mind telling us why?
I don't know. It feels weird to air his dirty laundry, you know?
Yeah, but he wants his dirty laundry aired. That's the whole reason he emailed us.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be great for him, really. I don't know if he knows what he's asking for.
I feel
Well,
like
he's
it's a
prepared.
public service at this point. If you had to leave a man's place that quickly, he needs to know.
So you guys are sure?
Yes.
Yes, we're
and
positive.
I'm dying
Yeah,
to
so
know,
he-
so you have to tell us.
You really want to know?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys basically know the whole date, right?
Yeah, unless there's anything he hasn't told us.
Okay. So he left to go to the bedroom to go change.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, he was kind of in there for a while, you know, and I got kind of bored, so I thought, oh, I'll surprise him in the bedroom, you know. I thought, oh, that would be fun.
Nice.
Okay.
So, but I opened the door a little bit, and he doesn't see me, but he's laying out stuff on the bed.
What do you mean? Like
What?
clothes to change into or something?
Yeah.
No, like, God, this is so awkward. Like stuff that he didn't clear with me before.
Stuff that he didn't clear.
Like,
Can
wait.
you just tell us, like,
I don't
what
know.
stuff?
It was kind of dark in there. I really couldn't see. There were a lot of things, but I for sure saw a pair of handcuffs and a whip.
On your first
what?
You're telling me that he was laying out, like, perverted, like, objects on the bed for you?
Yes, he was preparing to go all 50 Shades of Grey on me, and I didn't know.
There was never a discussion beforehand, like, what are you into? Are you on the same page as me?
Whips and chains.
No, we talked about celebrity gossip the whole time.
That is so forward. I mean,
Are you sure that's what you saw?
I'm 99% sure, and that's why I was scared, and that's why I had to leave.
I
Normally,
don't blame
you
you.
ease into the handcuffs and whips, you know?
Yeah, that's more of a relationship thing once things get stale or something.
Or a second date, you know?
Whatever you guys are, at least you talk about it before you just bring it out. That's the point.
Yeah, I know. I mean, he could have at least picked a movie choice to go with it, but, you know, it freaked me out, so I left.
Okay.
Oh,
So you
man.
basically you think he's a pervert and you don't want to talk to him.
I mean, no, I don't want to shame anyone for their sexual preferences, but I don't want to, I mean, I got scared. I left. I don't want to talk to him.
Okay, well, that's a shame because Kevin's actually on the other line listening and really wants to talk to you right now.
No.
Yep. Kevin?
Oh.
Hey, Marianne.
Whoa.
Oh, my God, I can't believe you're on the phone.
Well, there's no other way to get in contact with you, but now I realize why you haven't.
Oh my God, I can't listen to him without being kind of creeped out now, Kevin.
Okay, give me a chance, though. Give me a chance. I'm sorry. You weren't supposed to see that, and it was just a precaution. I didn't know that if you were 100% like down with it, but I just wanted to be ready, you know?
A precaution?
Yeah, Kevin, what's your plan there? Like you start making out with her and then you...
Handcuffs.
Yeah.
You know. It takes you 5 minutes, and you know what's needed, and I can do it all.
What?
I can
I
do
don't
it
wanna
all.
know.
So you're a pleaser then, Kevin, is what you're trying to say.
I'm a what?
Pleaser?
Yeah. That's all I was trying to do. If that was something that she was into, I would have had her. And if it was the opposite, then I would have had her.
Oh my gosh.
I would have had you, Marianne. I would have held you if you wanted to be held, and I would have whipped you if you wanted to be whipped.
Wow.
Talking.
This is really freaking me out. I'm really glad I ran out of the room.
Well, for the record, those handcuffs you saw, they weren't for you. They were for me.
That doesn't make it better. That doesn't make it look weird.
Kevin, can you really not see how this is maybe a little too much the first time you meet somebody?
I mean, I can definitely see how it could be too much if it's not your type of thing. But, you know, if it's not your type of thing, then I wouldn't have presented it to you. But I don't know who you are.
It was my type of thing.
Everything you say, Kevin, just gets creepier and creepier. How do you do it? I'm impressed.
I'm not trying to be creepy. I'm just trying to be real with you. I'm an honest person. That's me.
Hey, at
At
least
heart.
he's honest.
Yeah, maybe a little too honest, Kevin. I'll ask a question, though. Marianne, would you like to go out on a second date with Kevin? We will pay for it.
No, the handcuffs are not in my future, and they shouldn't be in his.
Marianne, that's a shame because I can do lots of things. You saw one part of me, and I can give you more. And I really like your smile, and I really like to see you again.
Creepy.
No, you freaked me out beyond all repair. I am freaked out.
Oh.
All right. Well, Marianne, if you ever do come around to see the joy of whips and you know handcuffs, I'll be here.
Whoa.
Thank you very much. If I change my mind, sure, I'll do that. But nope, I don't think I will.
All right. Well, Kevin, I'm sorry you didn't get a second date.
Yeah, well, at least I know now why she left.
Yes.
I won't do that again.
And I think you've ruined the dating game for every Kevin on Tinder ever after this.
Maybe I helped it. Maybe we know now.
Maybe.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello.
Hello. May I speak to Michael?
This is he.
Hey, what's up, Michael? How are you? My name is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay.
Cool. I'm calling you today because we actually received an email about you from somebody who listens to our show.
Okay.
Her name is Kara, and you guys went out on a date to Chipotle just a little bit ago.
Yeah, I know Kara.
Well, she told us a little bit about your date, but she's also confused because you seem to be avoiding her for a second date. So she wanted us to get you on the phone and find out if something is wrong with her. It's a weird way of putting it, I know.
I was like,
But,
weird.
hey, I mean, is there a reason that you don't want to go on a second date with her? She wanted us to ask.
Okay. This is like a thing you guys do?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's called a second date update. So Kara wanted us to get you on the phone and ask.
I don't really know why she would want to do this.
Because you're like not committing to a date, and apparently you're calling her bud.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, she told us at the end of the date how you said something like, I always enjoy meeting new friends. And then you took off, and she also said when you text her, you call her bud. So she's concerned that she's been friend zoned by you.
I mean, she's got a great personality, and I would like to be friends with her.
Yeah, but
Just
I mean, the thing is, Michael, nobody's on dating apps to be friends. Like, they're looking for dates.
I guess that's true, but sometimes you meet someone who you click with on more of a friend level, and you don't necessarily want to date them, but you want to continue being friends. Like, I think men and women can be friends, so
Well, I don't. I don't think there's any possibility of men and women ever being friends.
You
ever.
do not believe that.
The bottom line, you just feel like you guys are better off being friends, and that's it?
Yeah, she's very cute. She's just not quite my type, I would say.
Okay, so what's your type then?
I mean, my friends always make fun of me for it, so,
Make fun of you for it.
Yeah,
They,
why?
they make fun of your type of person you like to date?
Everybody has their type, and I just have a different type than a lot of people.
I'm dying to know.
An eye patch thing? Oh, God, I love people with eye patches. It's always been my thing. Tell me it's eye patches.
No, not quite. I don't have a thing for pirates.
I
Is
promise you we won't make fun of you if you tell us what your type is.
I can trust you?
No, of course you can't. But you should tell us anyway.
Yeah.
Is it like a physical thing or a personality thing?
No, it's physical.
Okay, so what is it?
Okay. Here's the thing about Kara is again, great personality, really wonderful. She has, she's got a little bit too much back for me.
What's
Too much back for you?
like she's a long back?
No, like the euphemism for back, like
Booty?
yeah.
What?
I mean, yeah, guys, I told you this was weird. I kind of like girls with like flatter backsides, basically.
Wait,
You like
Basically, what it comes down to is I like flat bottom girls.
you like flat bottom girls.
I have never heard of any man ever saying that.
That's normally a problem.
I know it's weird. It's just my thing. And look, again, Kara was so nice, and I really liked her as a friend. But that's just like that's my thing. I've always liked that.
So you like that is so contrary to everything I've ever heard.
No, I know. This is why all my friends and stuff are constantly making fun of me. But like, I just like flat backside. Like I like,
Why would you let that stop you from dating someone just because they don't have one physical characteristic that you like?
I don't know. It's in the same way that, like, some guys only date brunettes or whatever. This is just, I come to realize that, like, my best relationships have been with these types of people, and, like, it's what I'm most attracted to.
Yeah, I mean, you can't help it. If you're not attracted to big booties, then you're not going to be attracted to it.
I mean, it's not actually just big booties. I don't even like average. I like them flat.
It must be really hard for you to find girls that you are really attracted to.
No, you would be surprised. I mean, like, Connecticut is a great place to look.
Connecticut? What are they? No stairs in Connecticut ever. No one builds up a big butt.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you take, like, vacations to Connecticut to find girls?
No, I've been online, and just for some reason, a lot of girls from Connecticut, it's just like a thing.
Okay.
I don't know.
You learn something new every day. Girls in Connecticut have flat bottoms.
What kind of workouts do they do?
They don't. They don't do any workouts.
What? I mean, that's an honest reason, I guess. You just didn't find her attractive because too much back.
That is weird.
Well, and look, I understand that it's very strange. But I don't know. I mean, you like what you like,
It's too bad there's not a dating site specifically designed for you and your type. Flatbottom.com or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll come up with it for you. Michael, thank you for being honest. I appreciate it.
That's funny.
I also feel like I need to be honest with you now at this point. Kara is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you right now.
She's not on the other line. Come on.
Yeah, she is. Kara, you there?
Hey.
Hey, what's up, Kara?
Big booty ho!
Oh, my God. Come on, guys.
Are you serious, Michael? Like, is that really the reason why you're not calling me back? Because I have a big booty?
No. Oh, my God. It's not even big. That is not what I'm saying. This is just my thing. I like flat booty, basically.
What is wrong with you? Like, what guy in this world wants a pancake butt? Like, I don't
Oh, my
understand.
God. This is so embarrassing.
Kara, I don't think you should be insulted. I mean, I want your booty from the description of it.
Well, I love my booty. I mean, there's plenty of guys that would love to tap this. So, if anything, he's missing out. So,
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, for somebody else, for one of my friends, definitely, I think it would definitely work out. I don't know. I mean, we're friends. I thought maybe that, I could kind of be like a wingman for you.
What?
wow. Okay. I can't believe this is the reason why you're not texting me back. Like, let's talk about your butt.
Look.
Like, you have a big butt.
Well, and I don't have to be attracted to myself.
He's like, I hate my
The double standard.
You're actually going to get a butt reduction, aren't you, Michael?
No, I mean, I can't help what I'm attracted to. And look, I'm very sorry. I think you're really great, as a person.
Well, I really liked you, and it hurt my feelings, so whatever.
Oh.
Kara, it shouldn't, I'm sorry that you feel that way, but it shouldn't hurt your feelings. For most guys, your butt is perfect, but it's just not for me. I mean, not everybody likes Nicki Minaj. It's,
Wow.
some people like Taylor Swift. It's not
Yeah, that's true.
That's so good.
What if I told you something about yourself that I didn't like? Like your nose. Like your nose is pretty big, but I wasn't going to say anything about that.
Oh.
Well, I mean, if you don't like guys with big noses, then you're probably not going to like me.
But I really like your personality, so I thought I could see past it.
Well, you know what? I'm glad this happened, actually, because I actually really like you as a person, and I want to be friends. So I'm kind of glad this happened. I'm glad this is out in the open now.
Oh.
All right, well, let's see if I really want to be your friend.
I don't really blame her, though, Michael. I mean, you're being really superficial.
I mean, trust me, I understand this, and this is a conversation I've had before with, various friends and stuff, but it's like, you like what you like. That's what I like.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't find somebody attractive because of a physical feature, no matter what it is, you just don't find them attractive.
Yeah.
I mean, Kara, again, my friends would love your butt. Can I introduce you to a friend of mine? I know a lot of great guys who would love your butt. I mean, it just doesn't work for me, but some of my friends for sure.
Well, I'm not desperate. I know a lot of people that like what I have too, but that's kind of share me with your friends, okay?
Okay, well, I'm not saying that you're desperate. I'm just saying, as your friend, I want to help you.
As your friend.
I just don't think I really want to be friends with somebody who thinks the way you do. Like you're a bag.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't know.
Look, you're just being emotional right now because, I found a specific thing that I like, and I just like girls with flat hindquarters. That's pretty much it.
Oh,
All right, well,
I can't.
I know the answer already, but I'm going to ask the question. Michael, would you like to go out on a second date with Kara? We will pay for it.
As friends, I would love to go out with her again.
Hey.
All right, well, I don't want to go out with you.
Oh.
You can just go out searching for all the little pancake butts out there. You can even go to Connecticut if you want to.
All right, well,
It's a lot of passion.
yeah, Kara, I'm sorry you didn't get a second date, but you found out good news. Sounds like you have a nice butt.
Yeah.
That's true. I already knew that, though.
And I can tell you right now, there are a lot of dudes listening to this show right now who are texting in who want to date with you. So don't worry about that. You're going to be fine. Michael, I don't know about you, though. It's going to be really tough for you to find dates.
I mean, I guess so, but if anybody texts you saying they have a flat ass, you know where to find me.
All right, I'll hook both you guys up. Text in 78592.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Justin, please?
Yeah, speaking.
Hey, Justin, my name is Jubal, and I'm looking to get some video work done for a wedding I have coming up.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I hear you do amazing work with the vow portion of a wedding.
All right, come on. Who is this?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning, actually.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to call you because one of our listeners emailed us about you.
One of your listeners? What do you mean?
Well, this is a radio show, Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay.
Okay, and we have listeners, a couple of them.
Yeah, like, why are you calling, though?
Because one of our listeners emailed us about you. Her name is Audrey.
Audrey from the wedding?
Yeah, Audrey from the wedding. You remember her?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
That is strong words there, sir.
True words.
True words,
Okay.
Why is she emailing a radio show about me?
Well, because we do a segment on our show called The Second Date Update. I know you guys didn't technically go out on a date, but she said she had a really fun time hanging out with you at your friend's wedding and doesn't know why you just ditched her after you guys kissed.
Well, how'd she even get my number?
I guess she got it from the bride.
She said she texted you and you never texted her back.
Nope, didn't get that text.
What?
Wait, you didn't even get the text.
No.
So the last you saw of her was at the wedding, or heard from her, I guess I should say.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, that's like really all I needed to know about her. Like, you can tell her I'm good.
Oh.
You sound pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah, she sort of ruined everything.
What?
Whoa.
What do you mean by everything?
I mean, everything. The wedding, my friendship with the groom and the bride, my other friends. Like, it's been awful.
What
Whoa.
are you? She just said you guys spent a couple hours chatting at a reception. How could she have ruined your life from that?
Well, it's a long story. Trust me, it's her fault all the way.
Can you give us like a shortened version of the long story?
Yeah.
Audrey told you about the vows and the video camera thing?
Yeah, she said that you screwed up and forgot to film the vows.
Yeah.
Is that her fault too?
No, okay. To be fair, that was my fault. That was my fault.
Yeah, I was going to say props to you to be bold enough to stand up and make the groom and bride repeat them for you, though.
Well, I mean, the groom's a good friend of mine. Like, he would have killed me if I afterwards was like, hey, sorry, guys, didn't record it. So I thought they would rather, like, do it again than not have it at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was being a good person.
Hey, if you gotta
Okay,
do
so
it,
how is that Audrey's fault then? How'd she ruin everything?
So after everyone's mad at me, and this woman comes up to me, and she's, like, trying to make me feel better, but, like, when you've, like, messed up and you just don't want anyone to talk to you? Well, she, like, kept reminding me.
Okay.
And when you're saying this woman came up to me, you're talking about Audrey, right?
Sorry, yeah, Audrey
Okay.
came up to me, but I don't know who she is at first. So,
Yeah.
it was nice of her to try to make me feel better. So, like, that, I guess that part is not so bad.
Hey.
But, like, it's still, overall, it was not good. It was, like, all went wrong.
What else went wrong? I don't get it.
Like, no matter where I go, she's, like, talking to me. It feels like it's going on forever. And then the groom, my friend, comes up to me and pulls me off to the side and goes off on me.
Why?
Why?
Because I was supposed to be videoing the whole reception, and I had not been. Because Audrey had been talking to me the whole time. I just, like, couldn't get away from her. I mean, I missed the first dance. I missed the father-daughter dance. I missed the best man speech.
How is that Audrey's fault,
Exactly. That is your fault.
No, she kept complimenting me, and I was distracted the whole time.
You get so distracted at a wedding that you don't hear them announce the father-daughter dance and watch, like, everyone turns and watches that. How are you not paying attention?
Because she was like talking in my ear, and then there was like food involved. I mean, she was just like talking and would not stop talking.
How
and, like,
are you going to blame me for you not doing your job?
Oh.
Wait, who's that?
Oh, that's Audrey, Justin. She's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Wait, she's been on this whole time?
Yeah, I've been listening this whole time, and I could not stand to listen to it any longer because you are so full of it.
I'd have to agree.
So, wait, are you denying that you would not leave me alone? Like 4 hours that you were like attached to me, like the whole time? Like,
I was talking to you, but you could have told me you were too busy to talk if that was really the problem.
I couldn't get a word in edgewise. I mean, you were chatty.
You say it with such disdain.
Of course I'm saying it that way because one of my closest friends hasn't talked to me in weeks. So thanks so much for that.
Look, it's not my fault that you got too distracted by me to do your job.
It is your fault. Like, that is the definition of the word fault. You distracted me.
I was just trying to make you feel better. You were over pouting in a corner. You probably would have been too busy doing that if it hadn't been me talking to you.
Oh, my, I took a break. I was taking a break.
It sounds like you took a break the whole time, Justin.
I did not take a break the whole time. No, come on. It was her. It was her. You can't turn this on me. You can't. No.
Were you getting paid to do this too, or was this just supposed to be out of the kindness of your heart?
A little bit of both. But I didn't get paid because they wouldn't give me anything for it.
I wouldn't either.
Well, it sounds like you didn't record anything.
Yeah. Did you get any video of their wedding at all?
Well, I would have gotten more, like, in the beginning part, but, like, the bride's aunt kept talking to me and, like, asking me to make sure that, like, I got her and her kids.
So it was her fault, too. So it was Audrey, the bride's aunt, and anybody else?
I mean, there were a lot of things going on, but it would mostly be Audrey's fault. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
So you didn't get any video of the wedding, really, and Audrey screwed that up for you.
Yes.
Ridiculous. You are so delusional if you're blaming this on me, Justin.
Audrey, do you ever, like, think once to be like, hey, Justin, don't you think you should, like, record this?
Yeah.
No, that's your job.
Audrey, did you ever think to remind him to do his job at the wedding? Jeez, what is wrong with you?
Oh,
hey,
man.
Justin, would you like to go out with Audrey on a second date? We will pay for it.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, if she calls up my friend and apologizes for distracting me.
No!
Wait, you want her to apologize for you being an idiot?
Yeah. This is as much her fault, more her fault than mine. But I'm not, like, if she apologizes to them for ruining their wedding,
wow.
I'll think about it.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, that's
Come on, Audrey,
weird,
but you ruined everything. Why can't you just own up to it?
Oh, yeah, I should totally call him up and be like, I'm sorry, I ruined your wedding by talking to someone. Maybe I should pay for their wedding cake, too. Or pay you for the video that you made for them.
Hey, I won't complain.
Oh, my God.
All right, well, so that's a no then. You guys are not going to go out on another date?
No.
No way.
No, okay. All right. Well, Justin, thank you for your time and better luck videotaping other weddings.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
And Audrey.
Yeah?
Thank you very much for your email. I'm sorry you didn't get a second date.
Oh, well, thank you. At least I know now what happened.
And you will never be invited to anybody's wedding ever again because you are just ruining weddings left and right.
Well, at least I know who not to recommend for their video.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Jordan, please?
Yeah, this is Jordan.
Hey, Jordan, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Sorry, I'm not familiar with what company is Brooke and Jubal?
Yeah, Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show, actually.
Why would a radio show be calling me? I'm confused.
Well, because we actually got an email about you from one of our listeners.
I don't think I really know any of your listeners. I don't even know who you are.
Well, that's a very good point.
Yeah, it is a great point, but you do actually know one of our listeners, and you went on a date with her, actually.
Really?
Her name is Claire.
I wanted a date with Claire.
Yeah. Well, Claire told us a little bit about how you guys met and how you texted back and forth for a while, and then you finally met up, and then you kind of cut the date short and haven't texted her ever since.
So this is a segment I'm going to talk about kind of what happens?
We'd like you to.
Yeah.
Claire would also like you to.
And people do this? Like they talk about the date, what went wrong to you?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
Not all the time, I guess, but Claire really liked you a lot, so she's wondering too.
She's like totally clueless. And it sounds like your date was pretty lame.
I mean, it wasn't even the date. There's so much more to it, guys. I don't even know where to start, really.
Can you tell us anything?
I mean, I can say that, like, it was my fault. Like, she shouldn't feel bad about anything because it's 100% on me.
Oh, what?
You're married just like she thought, aren't you?
She thought I was married? What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She says that's the only thing she could think of because you guys texted back and forth a lot. You said you were constantly busy, and then you met up with her real quick, and the only thing she can think is that you have some sort of secret going on, like girlfriend or a wife or something that she doesn't know about.
She thinks I'm that horrible of a person?
Well, it's an option.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah. She doesn't know how horrible you are. She just wants to find out how horrible you are.
I'm not horrible. I just feel bad, guys. Like, I feel really bad about this.
So you did do something bad.
No, I didn't do anything bad. I mean, like, okay, so I don't know. She said we met out one night. She was with a bunch of girlfriends, and I was with a bunch of guy friends. And there was this girl there, this blonde girl, that was beautiful, that I was really into. And I was really excited. Like, I really was excited about this girl.
Okay.
So that happened. We had fun, whatever. We exchanged numbers.
Okay.
And so when the date happened, I was super nervous. I was like, I'm going out with that girl finally. And I got to the restaurant, and then there was a stranger there. She approached me and hugged me right away. She knew my name, and I was like super skeezed out. Like, I didn't know who she was, why she was hugging me, and she, was like, oh my God, it's so good to finally see you again. And I was like, what? So the girl that I was talking to that night that I was like interested in wasn't the person I thought it was.
So wait. Are they two different people, or did you just not remember what Claire looks like for some reason?
So Claire, in my head, was that blonde girl that I've talked about. It wasn't Claire, the girl that I met at the restaurant. For lack of better words, like, the person I've been texting wasn't the person I thought it was.
Okay.
So you thought Claire was this other girl until you showed up to meet her for your date?
Yes.
But wait, you kissed Claire the night that you met her.
To be honest, I don't remember that. But, I mean, we were...
Okay, so you were obviously pretty drunk when you met Claire.
I didn't meet Claire, though. I guess I did meet Claire, but I didn't...
You made out with Claire.
Yeah, oh my God.
I mean, I guess I did kiss someone. I kind of remember, but in my head it was that blonde girl that I've talked about. It wasn't Claire, the girl that I met at the restaurant. It was not even close to her. I mean, it wasn't her.
You mixed them
Oh
up.
my God.
All right.
Okay, I understand that there's could be some shock in expecting one person and getting a different person, but you guys still had like a 2-week conversation where you really connected with Claire.
I mean, I don't know, though. It was like I thought it was this other girl. I mean, this other girl was beautiful, this blonde girl.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that Claire's not beautiful. She is. It's just like I was like I got catfished or something. Like, in my head, it was this one girl, and then when I meet Claire, it was like I couldn't even get past the fact that it wasn't this blonde girl. It's just a mess, guys.
You basically catfished yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, I absolutely did, and I did that time. But I'm not a mean-spirited guy. Like, you guys gotta get this. Like, I feel horrible about that.
Jordan, I hate to add another surprise to the whole thing, but Claire, the girl that you met, is actually on the phone listening and wants to talk to you.
Oh, come on.
Jordan, stop. Like, this is so hard for me to stay quiet. Like, what are you doing? Okay, Jordan, please. Just tell him the truth because, like, I know you're joking, you know you're joking, and this is, like, embarrassing to me if you're, like, doing this. Just, please.
This is the absolute truth. Why do you think it was so awkward? Like, why do you think I left after one drink? Because you weren't who I thought you were.
Oh.
It's my fault. I'm not making...
They're taking this seriously. They're taking you seriously right now. You're wasting people's time.
I think he's serious, though.
Yeah, he sounds serious to me, Claire.
I'm so sorry, Claire, but I thought you were your friend, the blonde girl.
No, Rachel, you did barely talk to her. Stop.
I talked to her a lot. I don't remember talking to you that much. I mean, I don't know what... It's awkward. I know this is horrible, but I don't remember talking to you that much. I remember talking.
This is not real. This is not real. No, this is fake. Are you kidding me? Are you being serious?
No,
Tell me right now. Like, be serious.
I am being serious. I'm absolutely being serious.
Do you swear?
Like, we were all drinking. Of course I swear. I'm not lying. I'm not making up some excuse. Oh, I like, the blonde girl. Like, I thought you were the blonde girl.
No, I sent you pictures. Wouldn't you have just said, like, oh, I'm the wrong person? Like, you should have said something then. Like, hello.
Because that's the thing. You didn't send pictures of your face. Why did you never send me a picture of your face?
Now it's her fault.
Yeah.
The reason I'm not sending you pictures of my face is because you never wanted pictures of my face. You weren't asking me for that.
No guy ever really does. Claire.
Claire, can I just ask you, it sounds like he was wasted the night you guys met. Did you not realize he was that drunk?
Well, I was a little drunk too, but like, Jordan, like, why didn't you, when you saw me at the restaurant, why didn't you say something?
Because I felt horrible.
Yeah.
Because it was my fault. I screwed up. I dropped the ball. I thought you were somebody else.
I mean, I just feel like this can't. So, like, you, this whole time, you're thinking that I'm my friend Rachel this entire time.
Is Rachel the blonde girl?
Yeah.
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 I would love to. I would love if you could connect me with Rachel because I thought that's who you were the entire time.
Dude, do not right now. That is.
She's not even fun.
She's not even fun.
She's not even fun. Well, that leads me to this question. Jordan, would you like to go out on a second date with Claire? We will pay for it.
I really feel like you should. Like, now that the shock is worn off, maybe you can just look at her as Claire and it could actually work out.
And all those text conversations, like, that was like me and that was you. So clearly, like, we were laughing and we were joking when you know, it didn't matter what I looked like.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could do a second date. I mean, I think I owe it to you, and I think we owe it to ourselves to actually sit down and have, a meal together and see if there's anything there.
Wow.
Well, I don't want you to do it out of, like, charity. Like, do you want to go out with me? Like,
No, I'm not doing it out of charity, but I feel bad, so yeah, sure.
Oh, wow.
yeah, I mean, like, that would be great. Yeah.
Okay. So congratulations, Claire. You got your second date.
Yeah. Obviously not the way that I thought, but that's good.
Hey.
Claire, I'm sorry that whole thing, it went down like that.
No, I think it's a good ending overall, so I'm okay with it.
Cool. You know what? I usually don't suggest where people go on their second date, but I think you guys should go out on another group thing. Like maybe Claire, bring your friend Rachel, even.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Sweet, I can bring some friends, yeah.
Yeah, don't ever hang out with Rachel.
Hello?
Hey, is this Hannah?
This is?
Hannah, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
What?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show. How you doing?
Is this a joke? What is this?
No, it's not a joke. I know this is going to sound kind of weird, but do you remember meeting a guy named Philip at a karaoke night about a year ago?
What's going on?
Does that story about meeting a guy named Philip a year ago at a karaoke night sound familiar to you?
How do you know about Phil?
Oh, Phil and I go way back.
Yeah.
I've known him for longer than you have. Phil is back in town. You don't know this, but Phil didn't call you after you met because he was leaving to go overseas in the armed services.
Oh, my gosh, he was overseas?
Mm-hmm. But he has emailed us and asked us to get a hold of you.
Why?
Because he says that he really connected with you that night a year ago. And now you don't know this, but in his words, he said he's thought about you the entire time, and now he's back, and he wanted to get a hold of you.
Oh, this sounds...
Did you like Philip?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, this is
awesome.
so cute.
She's excited.
What'd you think when Philip didn't call you back the next day after you met him?
Wow. I mean, this is, like, cheesy to say, but it kind of broke my heart.
Really?
Really?
You know, have you ever had those moments in life where you like, this is big, this is super important, this is like magic right now?
Yeah.
And it was. And then I never heard from him again, and it was like it had been a dream or something.
Okay, so let's see, where are you at now? So Philip has been gone a year. He's back in town, and he wants to get a hold of you.
Wow. I wish I had known. I spent like 4 months pining over this one evening, but then a couple months ago, a friend set me up with a friend, and I've been seeing him for a couple of months.
Yeah, but how serious is it? I mean, we're only a couple months in, and you're obviously, like, pining over a guy for 4 months is crazy after one night.
A guy that you met on one night, you have no idea about, but you've been seeing somebody for a little while.
Yeah, I've got a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's something so powerful that's happening here.
So you have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you want to talk to Philip at all?
I don't know.
I asked the question because Philip is actually on the other line right now.
What?
Hey, how are you?
Oh my God.
Are you there?
Hi. Yes, I'm here. Hi.
Listen, honestly, right now I'm really disappointed. Not in you, by any means, just in myself for letting this go as long as I did. And I didn't expect you to wait for me, but I really need to tell you that that night, it meant a lot to me. That's the first time in my life where I've really felt like I met someone that took me out of my shell, you know. For the first time, I felt like I was around somebody that I could be completely honest with, and I couldn't stop thinking about it while I was overseas, but I felt so guilty for not calling you and for not telling you that I was going there in the first place. And
I wish you had. I wish you had.
I really wish I had.
I didn't know. I thought maybe you didn't have the experience that I had.
No, I want you to know that I did, and I'm not doing this, like, at this point, everything that I'm saying, I'm not doing in spite of your boyfriend to try to steal you away from him or anything. I'm speaking completely from my heart, and that night meant so much to me. It really got me through my stint overseas, you know, but I understand if you have a boyfriend. I'm not trying to intrude on that. I want you to know how I feel.
You're so sweet, and the connection that we shared was so amazing. I wish you'd called me sooner.
I know the timing is horrible, but I have to try. You know, I have to. When I feel strongly about a person, I can't just give up on that person.
So both you guys felt the same way about that night.
That is so crazy.
Yeah.
I think we did, yeah.
And are you, like, in love with your boyfriend? I mean, have you guys gone to that level?
That's a really hard question to answer, actually. And I mean, and I don't want to sound shallow, but sometimes you meet people and it's just like everything lines up and it just all clicks. And sometimes it takes time to start to uncover that. And my boyfriend is definitely someone that it takes time to uncover with.
Is that what you're saying, Hannah, that like you still don't really feel as strongly about your boyfriend as you do about that night with Philip?
I don't know. It's more complex than that.
I just know if I was in your situation, I would go back to this boyfriend, and all I could think about was this man who's come back into my life after a year, and what am I doing?
Look, I don't know. This has gotten really complicated all of a sudden,
listen,
and really unexpectedly.
I'm not trying to create problems for you. That's not something I want to do. That was never my intention. But feelings are feelings. You can't ignore them.
Hannah, what if we send you guys out on a second date? We will pay for it.
Are we allowed to do that? She's a boyfriend.
Yeah, of course
she'll
we
be
are.
honest.
Meet up with him. You guys can have a conversation. You don't have to. It doesn't even have to be called a date if you don't want it to be. If you have a boyfriend.
I mean, that night is it's one of the most vivid experiences of my life. And it feels like it would be wrong to ignore that. And this could get me in really big trouble.
No, Hannah, you don't ever have to tell your boyfriend.
This isn't something we can ignore. You know, we can't just go on with our lives and pretend that didn't happen.
I think it's worth seeing if that was just a one-off fluke or if there actually is something there. And if there is, then I have some hard decisions to make.
So, Hannah, you are going to go out with Philip again?
Yeah.
Yes!
Awesome.
Yes!
Are you going to tell your boyfriend?
Yeah, I am. I mean, I want to be completely upfront about this whole thing. I don't want to leave things to chance again.
Okay, my next question, we're running a little light on content. Can we do it tomorrow at like 7:10? Can we do it on the air?
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Angela?
This is she. Who is calling?
Hey, Angela, how are you? This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi.
How are you? Have you heard of the show before?
Maybe. Why are you calling?
Well, I'm calling you today because we do a segment on our show. It's called The Second Date. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not wanting to see them again, they can email us to get you on the phone and ask why.
Okay.
Okay, and we got an email about you from a dude named Danny.
Okay.
And Danny told us about your date. He said that he thought you guys had a good time, but now it's kind of obvious that you don't want to see him again, and he's wondering if he did something wrong.
What did he tell you?
Well, he did tell us that he was late
Like
for
really
the day.
late.
He thought maybe that was a problem. But he also said everything seemed fine. I mean, other than just the standard, hey, we met for drinks, it was fun type of stuff.
That's it.
I take it there's something else he should have told us.
I mean, it was a weird night.
Okay.
All of it?
He didn't really mention anything that sounded weird to us. It sounded pretty normal.
Okay.
Maybe, how about you describe your date with Danny then?
It was fine. The kind of like funny, weird thing is that we hugged when he got there, and then he like kept talking about it.
Yeah.
About the hug.
I'll be honest, he told us about that too, and he was really pumped about the hug you guys shared.
He'll never forget it.
But it didn't sound weird to me.
Oh, well, like I'm dating, right? Like I met this guy in an app. I don't know him. I'm always like on alert for weirdos. And he hugged me, and then throughout the night, he hugged our server. He hugged this random guy at the bar, and
No way.
I think he hugged the valet guy.
Danny's a hugger, is what you're saying.
Does he not know how to shake hands? Like,
Yeah, he hugged a few people. He's just like a big hug guy.
And does he say like, "Hey, give me a hug," or does he just go in without the announcement?
Usually he just goes in, just kind of like opens his arms and like starts to grab you.
throws the vibe out.
So he was just like hugging everybody that walked by.
I mean, he would like say a few things to them first, but yeah. And I'm like, anyone who hugs the server, like, that's weird.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's only weird if people's reactions were weird. How did people take it?
I think the valet guy was like super not into it, but
Yeah. I bet you valet guys don't get enough hugs, actually.
That's probably true. You need so many a day, and they're just not loved enough.
You didn't know what to do.
he was just like so confused. But the guy at the bar was drunk and the server was nice, so that like wasn't a big deal, I guess. But the weirdest part, actually, I'm remembering, when he would hug me, he would like moan a little bit.
What?
Oh, no.
How?
Like,
Like, it felt so good.
Oh, he's just like, I mean,
All right.
I'm pretty sure he did it with every hug. That's like what he does when he hugs.
I'm just like,
Mm, you
I
smell
could-
so good.
when you say it, I feel like I may moan when
I know, I
I
was
hug.
just
Like
thinking
now,
that,
I'm
like,
like, I think
do
I do
I?
that. I think I do that too.
To a valet guy?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, not to a
I've
valet
hugged
guy.
a lot of people, not a valet guy, but I'm not fancy enough for valet very often. So
Yeah, it's just a weird, funny night.
All right. Well, thank you for explaining that. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Also, another thing weird is that he's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you. That's weird, too.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe he's still on the line. Are you still there, Danny?
Yeah, I'm here.
Need a hug?
Oh, Danny.
I bet he does.
Angela, is my hugging really the reason why you didn't want to set up a second date?
You know what? You're like the sweetest, but I'm sorry, it's just not a match.
Oh.
No, I mean, look, I'm sorry if I weirded you out, but just so you know, like, I was born and raised a hugger. My family hugs, and like that's just our thing. Like, so, like some people talk, and some people send letters, and some people give gifts, and we hug. I hug. I speak through hugs, and like,
Speak through
Speak to us.
I get it. Like, you kind of feel like I'm a weirdo, but I just want you to know, like, you're an amazing hugger. And, like, even just because you weren't raised that way doesn't mean that, like, you can't still be this incredible hugger that you are.
He sees your hugging potential.
What's happening?
Yeah. He's like, let me teach you.
Danny, this sounds like more than just something you do. It sounds like your
It's a
lifestyle.
religion?
I mean, hugging is important. Hugging is, like, a beautiful connection between people. And, Angela, that's what I felt like we had the other night. And, like, I get it. Not everyone is a big hugger. But, like, the way that your arms went under my arms, that fit perfectly. And, like, it wasn't like it was hugging a stranger. It was like someone I've known my entire life.
Aww.
You know, it was like hugging a family member.
I would have left that part out, Danny.
But not in a weird way. Not like that. You know what I mean? Like, you... Okay, obviously this is not going well.
I mean, you are so sweet, but I'm not into hugs like you, man.
But Angela, I mean, he sounds like a nice guy. He sounds like
Yeah, for sure.
he's not creepy. He didn't creep you out. I mean, if anything, you were just uncomfortable with, I don't know, maybe too many hugs for the valet or something. But
I mean, yeah, it was a little weird.
Yeah.
Well, I get it. I get it. You know, it's fine. But Angela, just know, like, what's amazing not just about your hugs is that they're amazing, is that you're an amazing hugger and you don't even know it.
Wow. That's a nice compliment, Angela.
Cute.
Oh my God, I rejected him and he complimented me. Like,
Yeah.
thank you.
Well, that's because you don't realize how good of a hugger you are. That's the problem.
Wow.
Danny would like to
Now
show
I know.
you. So would you like to go on a second date with Danny? We'll pay for it.
No.
Oh, really? I thought for sure you'd give him another chance. What if he calmed down the hugs?
You know what? I think there's someone out there that is going to love hugs and love Danny.
Okay.
But, you know, Danny, like, I'm down to be your friend. If you want to, like, text me and, like, hang out in that way, like, I don't know if you are down for that, but.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's better than nothing. Do you think we could still hug?
Oh, wow. Hey, come on now. She just offered to be friends. Don't go in for that. Can we be friends that hug once in a while, too? You know, that never ends up good. It usually ruins friendships.
Yeah, hugs and benefits.
We'll see. We'll take it one hug at a time.
All right, well, just know that I'm giving you a virtual hug over the airwaves right
Oh,
now.
wow.
I can feel it.
Oh, yeah, it's hot.
Hello?
Hi, I was looking for Emma.
This is Emma.
Emma, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay.
Okay. Have you ever heard a second date before?
No, I'm not really in the car at that time, so.
Okay. No, that's cool. It's all good. Well, you are about to be the star of a second date, so that's exciting.
What does that mean?
That means that you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners, and he liked you a lot. So he wanted me to call you, see if I could get you on the phone, and ask why you've been blowing him off since you guys went out.
Okay, who told you that?
His name is Dave.
Oh.
You know Dave. You used to work with Dave. We've talked to him, and he's a very nice guy. But he's just curious if he did something wrong on your date, and that's why you've been kind of blowing him off, giving him the busy excuse.
He's a really nice guy, but I really didn't even know we were going out on a date.
Oh, did you think it was a friendship thing?
Well, yeah, because we worked together for many years. He's always so sweet to me. He'd always, like, bring me coffee from the break room, and when I told him I was leaving, he looked really upset. And so I thought we'd, like, you know, hang out as coworkers since I was leaving. You know how people do that when people leave a job.
Yeah, for sure.
And I thought that's what he meant, and I thought that's what we were doing until, like, the day of, and he was insisting on picking me up, which was, like, a red flag where I was like, oh, no, I think he thinks this is a date.
Let me ask you a question, Emma. When we talked to Dave, he said he had a crush on you the whole time he was working with you. Did you know that he had a crush on you, or was that when it became obvious?
I mean, I could tell, you know, but I still thought it was just, like, a friendly, like, we don't have that kind of romantic vibe at all as far as I could see, even though he had a crush on me.
Didn't he tell you, though, when he asked you out, I've been wanting to do this since the day I saw you?
He was kind of, like, mumbling. I really wasn't sure. Sometimes it's hard to understand what he's talking about.
Yeah.
But, like, I really thought it was a hangout until, like, he insisted on picking me up at my house. And then he showed up with, like, a dozen red roses. And so I was like, oh, no, he definitely thought it was a date.
Still could have been a work hangout at that point. I give all of my coworkers roses all the time.
Jose loves it.
So at that point, you knew it was more than just a coworker hangout.
100% knew. Like, again, he is a really sweet person, and he was like actually the nicest to me at my job out of anyone for the whole time I worked there.
He sounds like a really nice guy.
Yeah, he does.
We've talked to him a little bit about your date, that you don't think it should have been a date, but did you enjoy it?
It was so awkward, you guys. It was like he had the waitress put his plate on the same side as me, so instead of sitting across like two regular people, he sat right next to me.
All right, some people do that, though.
I know him from being a coworker, and he's always kind of like mumbly and nervous and awkward, but I wanted to let him down easy kind of thing, you know, without hurting his feelings. But, like, I've never seen him so nervous.
It's probably because he likes you.
Yeah.
I guess so.
I guess so.
I mean, like, if you were to step back and try to see him in a romantic light, could you?
He's not the kind of guy I am attracted to generally, so...
I bet you he's a stallion in the bedroom, Emma. You ever think about that?
No, I don't think so.
Well, would you be willing to at least tell him the reason why you've been kind of blowing him off, instead of just saying that you're busy? Just let him know, hey, you're not really my type.
I think that would be really awkward because...
I do too, Emma, and that's why I want to make it happen, because Dave is actually on the phone listening right now.
No, are you serious?
Yep. Dave, you there?
Hey.
Hey, man. How you feeling?
Good, I guess.
Why don't you say hi to Emma?
Hey, Emma.
Hi, Dave. Did you hear that?
Yeah. It's okay.
I'm really
though.
sorry, and I just know that there is a girl out there for you because you are a really nice guy, and I just am not that girl for you, but you are. I really liked working with you all that time, and I don't want you, to get your feelings hurt,
But here, I know I am a little nervous at first, but I mean, I could become the man you want me to be.
Yeah, I don't think so, Dave. I mean, there's a lot of girls out there, and I think you should keep trying, to maybe find someone that's a better fit for you.
Dave, are you okay, man?
Yeah.
Do you feel like she's making the wrong decision here?
Well, yeah, I wouldn't do this if I didn't really like her. And Emma, I go out on one more date with me. I promise you, I won't be awkward like you said.
Dave, I did have a nice time on our date, and I think we really do get along. It's just that you're so nervous, and you just seem to have so many anxieties that I'm not sure.
Yeah, I know. I'm nervous, but this is just because I care about something so much that, this comes up. But, we always got along great, didn't we?
I mean, we did get along really well. And you are you are a good-looking guy.
Really? You think I'm really good looking?
Well, yeah. I mean, you are. You're just, a little nervous, but you are good looking. You have a really, handsome face.
See, Dave, you hear that? You're sexy.
Yeah. Well, this is awesome.
That's the way I feel when a girl calls me good looking too, man. Dave, what do you keep doing?
I'm just breathing.
Okay. Emma, what do you think?
I don't know. I mean,
Hold on a second. Dave.
Yeah.
What are you doing,
You
dude?
also-
You're making
Sorry,
so
yeah,
much
yeah.
noise.
I'll stop.
No,
What are you doing, though? Like, why are you making so much noise?
It's a paper bag.
You're breathing into a paper bag?
Yeah.
Okay.
But here, I'll put it down.
Yeah, put the paper bag down for a second if you can, all right?
Dave.
Emma, would you like to go out on a second date with Dave? I will pay for it. Give him one more shot. He sounds like a great guy. He'll leave the paper bag at home so he won't be making so much noise.
I mean, I would say this, that of, all the guys I've ever dated, Dave is definitely, probably the sweetest and most caring and considerate and nicest. He may not be polished and he's a little bit rough around the edges, but I know he would go to the ends of the earth for me, so...
Well, then why not go out with him again? The ends of the earth for you? Jesus. That sounds like somebody I'd want to spend some time with.
Yeah, I would. I really like you.
Okay. I will go out on a date with you, Dave.
There you go. Congratulations, Dave. Dave.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You got a second date.
Ooh.
You gonna be okay?
Oh, Dave.
Dave, are you breathing into the bag again, Dave?
Well, now it's some excitement, man.
Okay. All right, then keep breathing into the bag. And
Hello?
hi, is this AJ?
Yeah, who's calling?
What's up, man? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I don't know what that is.
It's a radio show. It's called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Oh, okay. Why are you calling me?
That is a good question. I'm calling you because we actually got an email from one of our listeners about you.
Wait, like me specifically? Like, you sure it's the right AJ?
I'm pretty sure it's the right AJ. Is this the AJ that went out on a date to Panera Bread with a girl named Deanna the other day?
Yeah?
Yeah. Yep, that's why we're calling.
Wait, do you know that from the email? How do you know that?
I know that because we do a segment on our show. It's called The Second Date. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back, that person can email us to get you on the phone and ask what happened. So Deanna emailed us because she told us you hung out, went to Panera Bread, and you were supposed to pick her up to go to a party, but you never texted her.
That's kind of weird. She emailed a radio station about our date?
Yeah.
I think it's more weird that you left her just stranded, man. Like, why would you commit to something and then not follow through? Even if you weren't going to go to the party with her, why wouldn't you just shoot her a text and say, hey, I'm so sorry, it's not going to work out?
I'm not really comfortable talking about the details of our date on the radio.
Well, when you say the details of your date, it doesn't sound like you guys really did much.
Right, you were at Panera Bread.
Yeah, we talked and it was okay, but I don't want to air out her dirty laundry or anything, but it freaked me out a little.
She freaked you out? Well, all right, if you don't want to air out her dirty laundry, when we do this segment, everybody who agrees to do it knows that they might hear something that they don't want to hear, so she has agreed to have her dirty laundry aired.
You're 100% sure it's fine? I have class with this girl.
Yeah, I'm 100% sure it's fine. We've done thousands of these things at this point, but she knows that she could hear something that she might not want to hear.
Well, we were at Panera, just chatting, regular date stuff, but then she mentions that this is her first date.
Like, ever?
Yeah, first date ever.
What? So what? She's in college. It's not like you're talking about a 45-year-old woman.
But still, what? How has she not been on a date?
Ever, yeah, I know. It's kind of surprising.
Something wrong.
No, there is not anything wrong. It could just be that either she didn't meet somebody, maybe she's been really shy, maybe no one's ever even asked her.
Do you know her excuse for that being her only first date, AJ?
I don't know if she has an excuse or not. It's just in my experience, I don't like going on dates with girls who've never been on a date before.
Why?
Well, from my experience, afterwards they get really clingy and attached. I guess they over-romanticize me or something. But, I'm in college. I'm not ready for that kind of commitment, and that much clinginess.
You say, in your experience, have you had a lot of first dates with people who have never had first dates before?
I mean, I guess back in high school, people are younger, don't really have that kind of stuff in their wheelhouse yet.
Okay, wait, hold up, though. I feel like you're throwing out a huge stereotype about people who are dating virgins, basically.
Well, actually, she could actually be a virgin, too, if she's never been on a date.
Yeah, that's bad. Don't go down that road.
You guys,
yeah,
for all we
no.
know, she's like 19 years old. Give these kids a break.
I'm just saying, don't be her first, because it's the worst. Like, it's not only worse in the moment, but then after you have to deal with the aftermath of being her first. It's not fun. I agree with you on that, AJ.
No, all of you. That is awful. AJ, what did she do on your date at Panera that made you think she was clingy, besides just telling you it was her first date?
Really nothing much. She was just seemed very excited for a first official date. And that just, gave me flashbacks to other first dates. And I was like, I don't know if I want to go down this road.
So why blow her off then? Why not, at least tell her that you weren't interested in seeing her again? Yeah.
Well, it was just a first date. If I had been dating her for a while, it would have been extra rude. But, once the semester's over, I might not see her again, so...
Wait, no, it's rude to begin with to make someone think that you have plans and then never follow through. That's rude.
Well, I can't text her after a first date ever and say, oh, well, cancel. That would crush her heart even more.
Crush her heart even more than making plans with her and then leaving her to sit home and wait for you?
I don't know. Maybe she thought I got into a car accident or something.
What?
Even worse
What kind of alternate asshole reality are you living in right now, AJ? You need to be respectful and kind with other people's hearts, and you're not doing that at all, man.
I really don't know what to say to her because I just don't want to hurt her feelings.
Oh, that
AJ, I think we should give it a try. Don't you?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, well, you better get sure because she's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Wait, what? She's on the other line?
Yep, she's there. Deanna, are you there?
Hey.
Oh, hi, Deanna.
Hey, AJ. Yeah, I definitely heard everything you said.
Oh, well, at least you know how I feel.
What?
That's just my experience in the past,
Uh-huh. You think I'll send you 8,000 text messages or something after one date at Panera?
Potentially,
You really don't think very much of me, or it sounds like women and girls in general.
No, it's not anything like that. It's just my experience in the past with, girls that they're not as experienced and then they kind of think a little too much of me right away.
So you think just because I haven't been on a date that I don't have experience?
To be honest, I just don't know you that well, so I just...
Made a lot of assumptions.
Exactly. That's exactly what he did. He made a ton of assumptions.
Not having been on a date or been in a relationship actually means that I am much more independent than it sounds like you are.
I'm just in college, and I'm not really ready for something super serious, super quick, and meeting parents and all that stuff.
What?
It's just experience from my past. It's just stuff.
Do you think
I've
that
dealt
we're
with
going to go
before.
to Panera and then I'm going to be like, hey, you need to meet my family? I mean, AJ, I like you. I thought we had a really good time, and it's really too bad that you actually have so many assumptions about women that you're clinging to, and that you can't be open to other options, and that somebody actually is really independent.
You see what you said right there? You said you like me after one date. Is that enough information to really know that you like somebody? I don't know.
See, Deanna, you're being a little too clingy saying that you like him just after like one encounter,
Totally. I mean, like, emotional intelligence is really clingy.
I am really not shocked that this dude was the dumbest dude in your study group.
Wait, what? What'd you say about me?
AJ, you were the one who wasn't getting it in the study group, and I was happy to hang out with you longer and make sure that you got it. And you did. You totally got it.
Oh, she's really proud of you.
Good job, buddy.
I'm not some idiot with drool coming out of his mouth or something.
Well, I didn't say that.
Another assumption.
Yeah, he kind of implied it. Oh, another assumption right there.
No, he was talking about you.
Yeah.
You didn't get that?
No, he didn't.
I definitely thought that I liked you, and I did. I thought we were having a good time, and I was really open to dating you some more. But honestly, after this conversation, I think I know more about you, and this is not going to work.
Well, let's make sure and ask officially. AJ, would you like to go on a second date with Deanna? We'll pay for it. I know she just said she doesn't want to, but I'm hoping that she'll change her mind if you say yes.
I feel like she got really worked up over just one date and one, missed text. I think.
Do I sound worked
not
up?
Clingy, but that signs of clinginess right there, being so worked up.
How are you
So
still
no,
sticking
I'd
to
say-
that?
Say no.
The clingy girl just denied you before you were even able to say no.
Yeah, well, it's mutual.
Okay. Well, sorry, Deanna, no second date, but it sounds like that you're okay with that.
Totally. AJ, I know your deal. Wish you the best of luck. Hope you don't make assumptions about women in the future, though.
Don't worry, Deanna. One day there'll be a guy that's cool with your whole deal.
Hello?
Hi, is Mark there?
Yeah, this is Mark.
Hey, Mark, how are you? My name is Jubal.
Oh, okay. Hi.
Mark, I don't know if you know who I am or not. I host a morning radio show. It's called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
What's going on?
Well, I'm actually calling you today because one of our listeners sent us an email about you.
Okay.
Her name is Denise, and you guys recently went salsa dancing together.
Whoa. What?
Yeah. It's a segment we do on our show. It's called The Second Date. So if somebody goes out on a date and then they get blown off, they ask us to get that person on the phone and ask why. So Denise wants to know why you're not calling her back.
Oh, my God. She called a radio station?
Yes, she did.
I knew this was a bad idea.
You knew what was a bad idea, going out with Denise?
Well, sort of. I feel guilty. There's just like really no future for she and I.
Why do you say that?
Look, I'd really rather not like get into it. But if you talk to her or whatever, definitely tell her she's cool and great. But like nothing's gonna happen.
So you thought she was cool and great, but there's no future between you two, for sure.
Yeah.
Can you give me anything more than that?
I don't know.
You said just a second ago that you feel guilty.
Yeah, it's just that she's probably not the only girl that like feels that way, and
What do you mean?
it's just that there have been a lot of sort of one and done kind of dates that I've been on recently with like a bunch of different girls, and
So you're dating around a lot?
No.
What do you mean? No, you just said that you're taking lots of girls out on dates and not calling any of them back. I mean, that's fine.
They're not like dates. It's not like it's.
How is salsa dancing not a date? That sounds exactly like a date.
Well, even from the get-go, like even beforehand, I don't plan on calling any of them back. Like,
so why go on dates then?
They're not dates. They're not dates. I use the sites. Well, all right. Basically, I'm married.
What?
Whoa!
What did you just say?
I'm married. I'm very happily married.
You are not obviously very happily married if you're on a dating website going out on dates that you refuse to call dates.
Like, I promise you that my wife and I are very much in love, and I'm not cheating. Like, I don't kiss any of these girls. I don't hook up with them.
You just lonely or something and you want companionship when your wife's at work or something? Like, what's...
No. So my wife and I, our 5-year is coming up, right?
Your 5-year anniversary?
Yeah, our 5-year anniversary. So I had this whole idea that I wanted to do this big surprise for her where basically I've been going out and I've been taking dancing lessons with different women. And these girls are helping me practice, essentially. They're like dancing partners.
You are so full of crap, I can't even believe it. You're trying to tell us that you're just learning how to dance by being on a dating website.
It's kind of smart.
Yes.
You're such a... Oh, my God, I want to cuss so bad.
Honest to God, it's the truth. Look, I mean, I start talking to these girls, whatever. I only go with people that I think I would have a good time with. And then, we go out, we dance, and half the time I even tell them what I'm up to.
So why not tell everybody? Why not just go, hey, I need a partner to dance with because I want to learn to dance for my wife for our anniversary?
Because it's about my wife. It's not about bringing somebody else in on the thing. I'm not trying to include some girl in my 5-year thing.
Why are you on a dating website?
God, I'm so frustrated.
Because it's an easy way to meet people. It's people who are willing to go out and have fun. They want to engage with somebody. And, I could put up some ad on Craigslist, but I might get some creep or some, weirdo.
What are you talking about? You can go to a dancing studio and they find a partner for you.
Well, I've been to classes before where they have an odd number of people, and I just end up standing in the corner, dancing by myself.
So would you say it's accurate that you're faking going on dates, then?
No, because I don't think that there's anything that I'm doing on the date that is anything that would lead these girls to believe that there's a romantic thing.
Okay,
yes, every person on a dating website thinks that there's going to be a romantic thing. That's why they're on the dating website, dude.
Look, I'm telling you, these girls have really fun times. I have a really fun time. I'm not a jerk. I don't treat them poorly. And in my opinion, I think what I'm doing is way better than what most of these guys are doing on these apps and on this stuff anyway, where they're just trying to get hookups. On my profile, too, it doesn't say I'm looking for a relationship. It says I'm just looking to have fun.
So what should I tell Denise then? Oh, hey, sorry, he's married?
If you're going to talk to her, I would hope that you would include that I thought she was really great, and I hope that she can, I'm sure she's going to find a really great guy because she was really cool.
Well, you could actually talk to her because she's actually on the phone listening.
Yeah, you are a liar and you're crazy.
Yeah.
You need mental health.
What is going on here?
Denise is actually on the phone listening, so she's heard this entire conversation.
Yeah, ass. You used me.
Used you?
You made me believe that you were taking me out on a date. You made me believe that.
Well, if you think back on the conversation, I didn't allude to us dating or anything like that. There was never...
Are you kidding me? It's a dating website. Every conversation you have on a dating website is alluding to you dating. What do you think the point is? Just to be friends? Yeah, I don't just talk about hooking up with a guy the entire time. You're trying to get to know each other. There's so much more to it. You're crazy and you're a complete asshole. Thanks for ruining my dating experience.
Look, you are pinning this all on me, and this is not my fault, okay? If you had asked me at all, I would have been totally upfront with you. If you just said, hey, are you seeing other people? Are you, what's your deal? Are you married? I would have totally been yes, I am married. I love my wife.
Oh my God, it's so dumb.
That is ridiculous. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So dumb.
Yeah, well, other girls asked, and I told them, so...
So there you go.
What? What are you going to tell your wife? That, oh, honey, just for you, I signed up for a dating website, and I have been going out with random women learning how to dance.
Well, I'll probably, won't tell her that part of it, but what I will say is that I took 4 months of dance classes for her. That I went and spent all this time and energy trying to do something romantic.
Hey, I have to ask the question no matter what. So, Mark, would you like to go out on a second date with Denise? We'll send you guys out again for another salsa dancing class or something.
I need to take more classes, so,
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding. Now everything's out in the open, and it'd be, like friends going for a dance class.
Oh.
I think Denise would rather kill you.
I hope your wife leaves you, seriously.
So is that a no?
Yeah, I think that's a very strong no, Mark. Thanks for your time, though. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck on your dance classes, okay? I hope your wife loves it.
Thank you. I think she will.
And Denise, there you go. That's why you're not getting a call back.
Well, I'm glad I found out, at least.
Well, you should have asked to begin with, apparently, Denise.
Apparently, yeah. From now on, I'm going to ask every date I go on, are you married? Are you just here to take some bullshit for your wife?
Yep, I think that's a good idea.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Austin, please?
Yeah, speaking.
Austin, how are you, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Brooke and what?
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a morning radio show.
Okay. I kind of don't listen to the radio, so I've never heard of you guys. Sorry. But...
No, it's all good, man. I'm calling you today, though, because we actually got an email into our show about you.
What?
Yeah.
Weird, I know.
It's a segment we do on our show. It's called The Second Date. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up blowing them off, they can email us, and we'll get that person on the phone and hopefully find out why they're not calling them back. And you recently met a woman named Olivia.
Oh.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah?
Okay, wait a minute. She emailed you about me and her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She told us about how you came over to work on her house because you do landscaping, right?
Yeah, but...
Yeah, apparently you do more than that.
Yeah, we
Full
heard,
service.
We heard you are hot.
Yeah.
Look, but like, why would she call the radio show?
I don't know, because she wants to see you again.
Yeah.
She said she really enjoyed your initial experience with her when you came over to work on her house, and then she said she liked hanging out with you at the bar, but you just disappeared, and she hasn't heard from you.
I mean, yeah, but I just don't get why she would want to make this business public.
She needs our
I don't think that she's ashamed by any of it.
Okay, no. That's not what I mean.
What do you mean?
I just don't know why she would want that out there. But all right.
Sounds like it was fun.
I mean, it was until we were at the bar later on, and we were shooting some pool, and I went to go get some another round of drinks, and this guy comes up to me. Never seen this guy before in my life.
Okay.
But he bows up on me, and he says, "I know you slept with my wife."
Wait, what?
Wife?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. This guy says that he followed her to the bar from the house, saw her hanging out with me, knew that something had happened.
Whoa.
And, like, I was, like, I was questioning it. Like, is this guy messing with me? So I asked him some questions. I asked him a little bit about the house. He knew everything about the house. He knew everything about the lawn.
No.
And I...
Wow.
But
So
that is
you
really
think
weird.
Olivia is married?
Yeah.
So why would she call us? I now have the same questions that you do.
Yeah, why would she want this out there? What the?
And that's what I'm saying. I have no idea why she would want this out in public unless she, I don't know.
But there's got to be more to the story because she would have seen, if she is in fact married, I don't know for sure that I even believe that yet. If she is married, she would have seen her husband at the bar talking to you.
Thing is, the pool is in its own area in the bar, so it's like in another room, so she might not have actually seen him.
That would be
Oh, wow.
so weird for him to just approach you and not approach her. Like, what kind of self-control do you have to have?
Now, I don't know, maybe he did, but he was basically just talking to me, and he threatened me. He basically said, you're not seeing her anymore, you're not talking to her.
What?
He basically said that I couldn't, like, landscape at the place anymore.
Oh, damn, you lost a client, too.
After all that, like, I don't want to get in any more trouble with my job, so I took off. I was out.
Yeah, understandable.
But why didn't you respond to her text messages like, hey, I'm not writing back because you have a husband?
I'm not getting in the middle of that. I didn't mean to get in the middle of it in the first place, but after I met the guy, it's like, no, I'm not going to be texting with his wife.
That
she
is
can't
awful,
be.
Austin.
I feel like she can't be married if she's willing to do a second date with us and everything else.
There's got to be more to the story.
I don't know.
I know who does know. It's Olivia, and she's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
We want to talk to her.
Unless she's hung up.
What?
Olivia, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What are you doing?
I'm not married.
Really?
I don't know what you're talking about or who you're talking about.
Are you 100% sure?
Are you sure?
I'm not married. Why would I call them? If I were married, that would be stupid.
I mean, it's pretty stupid unless you think you're getting away with it. I mean, your husband knows.
I don't have a husband. I'm not married.
Okay, wait, are you divorced? Do you have a crazy ex-boyfriend?
Have you hooked up with anyone else?
I don't know who this guy is.
But he knew everything about you.
In the house.
This dude is 5'10". He's got brown hair. He was wearing a plaid shirt. He's got a tattoo on the forearm.
Does it say Olivia?
Like, literally, you're describing every guy at the bar. I mean, that's like I'm not married. I have no idea.
Well, I don't know. It just seemed legit to me.
Look, Austin, didn't we have a good time? I mean, that's what you should be thinking about. Like, it was good, right?
That part of it, yeah, but your
Okay.
husband also saw that too.
What?
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 He saw, he was watching.
What?
When he was talking to me at the bar, he said, "I saw what you did."
How could he
Saw it
see?
apparently, they got some sort of drop cam in the house, and he saw it.
Olivia, are you married?
He set up a camera?
What do you mean he set up a camera? It sounds like you know something, Olivia.
Yeah, who's he?
No, I mean, that's not what I meant.
You are lying.
You're married.
No.
You are cheating on your
No.
husband.
I just meant, like, who's going to set up a camera in general? I mean, like, he set up a camera? Like, who does that? That's what I
Shame
meant.
Okay, it sounds, Olivia, like you just slipped. That's what it sounds like.
And how dare you put Austin in that position?
And us.
It's not what you think. It's complicated.
Oh, is it? Okay, so now things are starting to come out a little bit because you misspoke there.
You cheater.
Olivia.
Don't try to paint me as this bad person. You don't know me.
Okay, but we don't know you.
Yeah, but
because
you're-
we thought you were like just single, living in a house, hooking up with the landscaper, and we find out that you have a husband.
You have no idea what my life is like, and it's complicated. There's more to the story.
Well, don't bring other people into your mess. Keep your mess to yourself if it's that complicated.
You know what? If you were in my shoes, you would have done the same thing.
Okay, so now you're admitting it. You have a husband.
No.
Get a divorce.
You just said you would have done the same thing, which means that you cheated on your husband with Austin.
No, that I
man.
slept with a hot guy is what I'm saying.
While married.
Yeah.
I'm not playing your stupid games anymore. This is over.
Oh my God.
Hello?
Wow.
B.
Hey, Austin.
I am sorry,
Wow.
Austin. I
Yeah,
am sorry for
so-
doubting your story.
Sounds like she's sure married, and that dude you talked to was her husband.
Listen, like I'm usually all for that kind of stuff, but I don't.
Austin, don't say that.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Oh, that is crazy.
The thing is, Austin, you think about it, there's videotape of you out there now.
Oh, gross.
Oh, see, I just don't want to get in trouble with my job. That's the thing. And if my boss found out that I did that again, then he'd be totally upset.
Again, Austin. Yeah, man, I think you maybe have learned your lesson now.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Maya, please?
Is this?
Hey, Maya, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a morning radio program.
It's a radio show?
Yes. How are you?
I'm good. What can I do for you, radio show?
Well, I'm calling you because a listener of ours recently emailed us about you, and he wanted us to get a hold of you because he thinks that you're brushing him off after you guys went on a date.
Oh my God. I think I know what this is about.
Do you?
Really?
I mean, I hope not, but
Who would that be? What's his name?
Oscar?
Bingo! Oscar emailed us about you, and he said that he really enjoyed going on your date, and he's been trying to get you to go out with him ever since, but you're always like, I'm busy or whatever.
Well, yeah.
Okay, do you not want to go out with him again?
Correct, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I can't believe he thought it would be wise to contact the radio station about this, but
Well, he said that he just likes you a lot. It's a thing we do on our show all the time called Second Date. So let me ask you, was it weird actually meeting a guy off of Xbox Live?
I hadn't met anybody through Xbox Live before, so I mean, like, I feel like it's just as weird as anything else, but you know, it was a public place. You know, that wasn't that wasn't the problem.
What was the problem?
So he's dropping me off at the end of the night. We're, you know, in my parking lot of my building and, like, just chatting and, like, honestly, like, I'm feeling it and I'm kind of waiting for him to go in for a kiss.
Right.
And
okay.
instead of that, he goes, "Can I show you something right now?"
That's something that could go one of two ways on a first date,
Exactly.
either good or very, very bad.
Exactly.
What was it?
He starts to take off his shirt.
What?
Dang,
bro.
I mean, I couldn't make it up if I tried. Like, he starts to take off his shirt, and I'm like, whoa, not that kind of girl. Like, what are you doing? And he's like, no, it's cool. Like, just trust. Like, I'm not being creepy. Like, just trust me. And shows me on his arm this huge Iron Throne tattoo from Game of Thrones.
Wow. Okay, so like that iconic Game of Thrones chair
like
thing.
The Iron Throne.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Like, whatever.
Why couldn't he just roll up his sleeve to show you an arm tattoo? Why did he have to get half naked?
Well, just you wait. Because that was just the tip of the iceberg. Then he shows me on his pec Gollum from Lord of the Rings face.
My precious.
Okay.
Okay, so you turned
like
off
the
by that?
ugliest character of all time.
Yeah.
Do you not think that's weird? Like a Gollum tattoo on someone's chest?
I don't know. For most people, I would think it was weird, but we talked to him, and the way he was talking about being into Dungeons and Dragons and stuff, I could see him having a tattoo like that.
Have you seen Gollum?
Yeah, I have.
It's one of the ugliest faces.
Okay.
You're just saying maybe you couldn't want to make, eye contact with...
Think about missionary with that.
That's exactly where I was going.
I mean, come on. And then that's not even it. We're not even done there. Oh, no. Then he goes, oh, but wait. You haven't even seen the, what did he say? Pièce de résistance.
Oh, what is that one?
That is his entire back, which is the entire cast of Harry Potter.
Shut up. Harry Potter back guy?
Yes, you may be familiar with the children's novel series Harry Potter.
I'm a little familiar. Yeah, I've heard a thing or two about it.
Yeah, all over my date's back. So yeah, I haven't called him back. I've been polite to him. I haven't completely blown him off, but I can't see getting frisky with Harry and the crew.
But you gotta understand, I mean, from his point of view, you're a girl who's like a 12th level elf. Like, he probably thought that you would be into all of those.
I'm also a woman with
Okay. All right, so you just couldn't get down with all of the tattoos that he had, the Harry Potter tattoo, the Game of Thrones tattoo, and the Lord of the Rings tattoo.
and busting them out on the first date in the car.
Hey, Maya, thank you for being honest. I appreciate it. Now I feel like I have to be honest with you about something.
Okay.
Oscar is actually on the line listening and wants to talk to you.
No! Are you kidding me?
Sorry. No, I'm not.
Oh my god!
I had no idea that was going to freak you out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make fun of you on the radio.
Well, in hindsight, I could see how taking my shirt off in the car could have been weird.
In hindsight.
Well, and it's not only that. I mean, it's like all the tattoos, like Gollum on your pec. Like, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Well, I mean, not all.
First date.
I do have a lot of tattoos, and I felt like, I don't know, we were having such a good rapport, I thought the Game of Thrones thing might impress you a little bit. I don't know. But I don't have just nerdy ones. I've got like a Thor tattoo, too. That's pretty badass.
I like how that's a badass one.
It is.
Oh.
Are you feeling insulted, Oscar? I know, like, it seemed like you were
No,
really...
I don't know. The implication that the Harry Potter thing was creepy is a little weird to me, because we discussed the books, so I thought you'd be a little more...
I mean, like, reading the books and enjoying the books is different than, like, permanently putting the characters of the books on your body.
Yeah. I mean, I thought you'd think that my dedication to all the stuff that we liked would be a turn-on, you know? And it would show you that I'm not just some geeky guy, that I'm man enough to get, tattoos and not just some ogre. I mean, in hindsight, like, busting out the tattoos is probably more of a second or third date move. But...
No, I don't ever want to see those tattoos again.
Oh, Maya! But Maya, you said that you really liked him at one point. I mean, it's only the tattoos that turn you off?
It was a weird thing, you guys. You weren't there. Like, the date was cool, and I liked him, but, like, long-term down the road, there's no way I could date a guy with these kind of tattoos for the rest of my life.
Why do I get the feeling I'm going to spend my evening researching erase regrettable ruined spells? Maya, I don't really meet people like you, especially on Xbox Live, and so... I mean, if I got rid of the Gollum one, would that be,
Are you actually thinking
would that make a difference to you, or
I mean, I really, like, we only went out one time, and I don't think you should change who you are for that.
Okay.
I appreciate the thought, but, like, I mean, I'm sure you're going to find the girl who loves the Gollum
man.
you.
All right, I know what that means. All right.
Are you sure, Maya? Hey, Maya, we'll pay for a second date if you go out with him again.
We won't pay for the tattoo removal, though.
I mean, I think we could probably be great friends. I mean, we really did have a great time, and, like, I'd hang out again. But...
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Well,
Oscar.
Hey, Oscar, it's not a successful second date for you, man. I'm sorry.
I think I'm going to just pick up my staff and go home.
Yeah, you should.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Craig, please?
This is he.
Craig, how are you, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm sorry, who'd you say this was?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
A radio show? Did I win something?
No, not yet. You might have. I'm calling you today because we do a segment on our show. It's called The Second Date. It's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them after, they can email us to get you on the phone to try to figure out what happened. And we got an email about you the other day.
Really?
Mm-hmm. You've been out on any dates recently?
No, not in a long time.
Okay. You go on a date about 2 years ago?
Almost 2 years ago.
Maybe.
Any dates and times of all of the dates you've been on in the last 3 years, just to make sure we're safe.
Are you guys messing with me right now? Because
no, I'm not.
Well, that part he was kidding about, but
we got an email from a girl named Nova. Do you remember Nova?
Yeah.
You went out with her probably about 2 years ago. Do you have a good memory of who she is?
Yeah.
Sounds like you don't at all.
Sure.
You remember her?
I remember Nova, yeah, but I mean, we went out on one date and then she kind of ghosted me.
Yeah, she told us that, and she feels bad about that. She's actually thought about you a lot since then, and so she emailed us to see if we could get a hold of you and ask if you'd go out with her again.
So, let me get this straight. She emailed you, and now you guys are calling me on her behalf 2 years after we went out on our date.
Yeah.
To ask me out on a date.
Yes. A lot can happen in 2 years. You're not, I mean, you said you haven't been on a date in a while, so you're not like, you don't have a girlfriend or anything now, do you?
Actually, no, not right now.
Okay.
So that's good timing.
I'm just kind of curious as to, like, why she's calling me now. Because, like, I tried calling her.
Were you mad after she ghosted you?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't happy about it. I thought we had a good time.
What she told us is that she just wasn't ready for a relationship. And, I mean, I think that maybe it scared her almost a little bit, like that there was potential between you guys.
Okay, so it seems a little weird to call somebody up after 2 years. Like,
yeah,
she thought about me after all that time. It just doesn't...
It proves that she's been thinking about you a lot.
Yeah.
You know what, Craig? Why don't I just let her tell it? Because she's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Good idea.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Craig, it's a blast from the past. Nova is on the other line. Nova, are you still there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hi, Craig.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I've been good. I heard you're single now. That's cool.
Can I ask, like, why you blew me off in the first place?
I know that back then I didn't do the right thing. I really liked you, and I could feel that you really liked me too. And I just felt like I wasn't in a place in my life to give what the relationship could have deserved.
Right.
I know that I should have at least said something to you, but I just didn't know what to say. And, it was the wrong thing. And I'm sorry. And I was hoping that you would go out with me again.
So you didn't feel like it back then, but now you do feel like it.
Right.
You know how it is, Craig. Like, you might stop talking to somebody, and then you just get this feeling in your belly, like, oh, man, I got to talk to him. Like, you just think about him. You get butterflies. You get funny feelings in your stomach, And then you think about it for a long time, and then you might reach out to him later. I think that's just what's going on here. She's been thinking about you for a while.
Doesn't want you to get away.
I think that we went on one date, and the fact that you're still on my mind could mean something.
Well, I mean, if it was like a week later or like even a month later, but like 2 years and you don't even reach out, like I called you, I texted you, and you just like you could have at least been decent and you could have just told me that you were in a different place or something. You could have just told me that at the time.
Right.
I know I did not do the right thing. And I know it's only been 2 years, but I have matured a lot and been through a lot. And I mean, I think about all of the guys that I've dated, and there have been a lot. And you were the nicest, sweetest guy that I came across, and I just felt like I had to take this chance and reach out.
So you dated a lot of people. Does that mean like you hooked up with a lot of people?
Wait, is that a bad thing, Craig? I mean, you guys weren't dating.
I don't know. Like, somebody goes out, they start dating a bunch of people, and then they just want to go through the cycle again. Like, I don't want to just be somebody that just gets used and disregarded.
You don't want to be like a booty call every 2 years?
2-year booty call?
Yeah.
If it has, it's been over a year since I've dated.
And Craig, I mean, you got to give her credit. She admits that she handled the situation wrong.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't try to, like, play you and bring you down a path and then dump you. Like, you got to have some respect for her there. I mean, I know it sucks to be ghosted, but she's owning up to it.
Yeah, like, is there a problem? Are you seeing somebody else, or?
I mean, honestly, no, I'm not seeing anybody. I was dating somebody for a little bit, but we broke up a couple of months ago, so, like, I'd be interested in catching up and seeing what's been going on, over this last year with you.
Oh, you would?
Good.
That's good.
Okay, well, Craig, I'll officially ask him, would you go on a second date with Nova? We will pay for it. Just the date.
Yeah.
Yay.
I mean, yeah, we did have a connection that night, I felt, so I would be interested in seeing you again and see if it's still there.
Who knows? Maybe this one could end up like your last one back at your place.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on a sec. I never told you guys that she ended up coming back to my place. Did she tell you that?
Yeah, she told us that. She said that, like you guys hooked up the time you went out. And it was so good, it stuck with her all this time.
Yeah, I mean, did your number change or something? Like, you want to text me or call me and we, figure it all out?
Yeah, I have your number. I gave it to the radio station.
Oh, right, duh.
All right, sweet. Well,
my God.
then,
We did it.
Congratulations, Nova. You got your second date. Craig, I think it'll be cool for you guys to reconnect,
Good luck.
Oh, my gosh. And you guys have to give us an update of how it goes.
Please, God, yes.
We will.
Okay.
All right, Craig. Well, thank you for your time, man. I appreciate you talking to us, and good luck on your date.
Yeah, have fun.
Thanks.
All right.
Bye.
See you. Okay, Nova.
Oh, my God.
Shut
You're
up.
in there.
It's
You got your
happening.
date.
We did it.
Now, you have to promise us that you'll give us an update if you
tell
get
us how you did
his
it.
DNA and get a
Yeah.
paternity test done, okay?
I will.
All right.
This is
Seriously, you have. If I see you on Maury Povich before this show, I'm gonna be so mad.
Oh, my
I would never. Hello?
Hi, is Nicole there?
Yes, this is Nicole.
Hey, Nicole, how are you? My name is Jubal, and I host a morning radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay. How can I help you?
Well, I'm calling you today because we recently got an email into our show from somebody who's trying to get a hold of you.
Someone trying to get a hold of me?
Yeah. Apparently, they've tried to call you a bunch, and you're not responding to them, so they asked if maybe we could get you on the phone.
Oh. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm a little confused.
It's a segment that we do on our show called The Second Date. It's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what happened.
Oh, geez.
So the guy's name is Ed, and you know Ed from your rock climbing group?
Oh, my God. Yeah, I do. I know him.
Well, Ed emailed us because he said that when you guys were supposed to go out, you ended up saying you had to rain check it to help your friend out with a flat tire, but since then you haven't talked to him or even shown up to the rock climbing group.
He's given you a lot of information. What else did he tell you? God.
That's pretty much it. He just told us that you guys met at class and were supposed to go out, and then he thinks you made up an excuse.
I did, but I think he's leaving out a big part of the story.
Really?
He did something weird, didn't he? I know he did something weird at your house.
I'd definitely classify it as weird, yeah.
Okay, so what happened?
Oh, God, this is so embarrassing.
Is it like...
What did Ed tell you about our date?
He said that you guys were at your rock climbing class, and then after you were supposed to go somewhere, so you went back to your house to shower, and then you got out of the shower and said that your friend had a flat tire that you had to go help her, and then that was it.
Okay, well, there's definitely a part left out of that story. I was in the shower. I took a shower first, and I hear a knock on the door, and he yells through the door, "Hey, do you have another bathroom?" And I'm like, "No, sorry, give me 2 minutes, I'll be right out." So I finish showering quickly, and I come out of the bathroom, and I'm like, "Okay, it's ready now." And he's like, "Great, thanks." So he's showering, and I'm just waiting for him. I get dressed, I get ready, put some makeup on, and I went to the kitchen to get a glass of water, and I'm smelling something weird at the sink. So I investigated, and I put my nose closer to the sink, and I'm smelling urine coming from my sink.
You smelled pee in your sink.
Yeah, like really strong, really strong. No mistaking.
Are you saying that you think he peed in your sink?
Absolutely. I mean, why would he knock on the door asking if I have a bathroom, and then mysteriously my sink smells like pee?
Oh, my God.
You think he had to go so bad that he urinated in your kitchen sink?
I don't think anybody has to go that bad that they have to urinate in someone's sink that has dishes in it.
Oh, and it had dishes in it, too.
He didn't even move him out if he was going to do that?
Did you ask him about this?
No, I mean, he obviously did it, and I'm like gagging. I had to get out of this, so I made up an excuse that a friend needed my help.
Oh. Are you sure you didn't have like anything in your sink that could have smelled like urine and you just didn't remember like old food or something?
I'm absolutely sure water glasses do not smell like urine.
That is crazy. Why would you do that?
Well, I guess that's understandable then why you don't want to call him back if you think that he peed in your sink.
It's so disgusting. I mean, really?
But why wouldn't you just tell him? Why do you make up the excuse of rain checking? Like, it'd be embarrassing to him, not to you.
I just wanted to get him the out of my house, and I'm never going to see this guy again, so why did it matter?
Yeah. Well, unfortunately for you, you are going to talk to him again because he's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you right now.
Nicole, look, I don't know what you thought you smelled, but I did not pee in your sink. There's no way.
Ed, it is unmistakable. There's no one else there.
I mean, do you have a cat? I mean, maybe the cat went in there.
I don't have a cat.
Why would I do that?
I don't know, but 1 + 1 = 2. You asked if I have another bathroom, and then suddenly my sink smells like pee.
Well, Nicole, I don't know what else to say. I mean, maybe someone else peed in your sink. Because, I mean, it wasn't me, Nicole.
It's been happening a lot. There's been a rash of people just breaking into places and peeing in sinks.
And then leaving.
Yeah.
So you're trying to tell me that in the 2 minutes that I was in the shower, someone knocked on the door and said, I have to pee really bad, and you were like, hey, why don't you pee in this girl's sink?
No. I mean, I didn't see anybody. But, I mean, maybe like during the day or something, somebody peed there. I mean...
Ed, come on. You have to stop with the bullshit. Just be a man and fess up. I mean, I don't have a roommate. I don't have a cat. No one pee-burgled me. It was you. So just admit it. I mean, come on.
Well, okay, so I went a little, but...
Oh, my gosh, Ed! Why wouldn't you go outside? You're a dude, man.
It doesn't matter if it's a little or a lot. Like, any amount of pee in my sink is not okay.
And I ran the hot water after. Look, I mean, I'm really sorry, but it was a lot longer than 2 minutes, Nicole.
There were dishes in my sink.
Look, I don't know if this makes it any better or whatever, but, I didn't pee on your water glass. I moved it to the side and then moved it back. But, I mean, I didn't pee on it.
Yeah, but the sink still smelled like pee, and then you put the dishes back in it, and it's splashed all over them.
Well, I mean, I figured you might notice that the dishes were moved.
That is so gross, Ed. What was going through your head that said sink? Sink is the best option right now.
Had to pee.
Look, I mean, you can sit there and judge, but I mean, you don't know what I was going through at the time. I had 2 big bottles of Gatorade on the way over there, and she doesn't have anywhere else to go. I mean, she doesn't have any plants or anything like that. I mean, who doesn't have plants in her house? Come on.
If it were my place, I'd prefer you choose the sink over peeing in my plants, but that's just me.
You are so disgusting. I cannot believe this really happened.
Well, I didn't know what else to do. I mean, there was a lot of pressure going on there.
You can wait 2 minutes. You're a grown man.
It was longer than 2 minutes, Nicole. Look, I'm really sorry. And I'm sorry I didn't tell you that I peed in your sink. And I'm sorry that I peed in your sink. But I really liked you, and I was having a good time. And you did say that you wanted a rain check. So I am hoping that you'll give me a second chance.
Hey, Nicole, would you like to go out with Ed again? We'll pay for a second date.
Yeah.
No way. Not a
Nicole,
chance.
we're going to pay for it.
Yeah, see? Neither one of you have to come out your pockets at all. We'll pay for the date, Nicole.
I don't think that's a big sell, Ed,
No,
for a girl.
It's not. It's so disgusting. I can't even look at you.
Come on. I mean, I'm sure if you could, put yourself in that situation, what would you do? I mean, maybe you would go in the sink, too.
You're just gross. There's no way in hell we're going out on a second date. Any dates, first date. Mm-mm.
All right. Well, thank you, Nicole. I appreciate your time.
Yeah.
And Ed, I hope you learned a lesson about peeing in people's sinks.
I can't believe that has to be a lesson someone learns.
Have we learned it?
Yeah, I've learned it.
All right,
that's
good.
good.
Yep, no more peeing in people's sinks.
For the record, guys, this is probably the first time this has ever really happened to me.
It's probably the first. You're not even sure if it's the first time.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Sydney, please?
Yeah, this is she.
Hey, Sydney, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning? Nothing?
I'm not familiar. I'm sorry. Why are you calling me?
Is this a Sydney that went out on a date with a guy named Cody a little while ago to look at views of the city?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Then you are the right Sydney. You're who I'm looking to get a hold of.
Why?
Great question,
Well,
Sydney.
we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. You went out on a date with Cody, and Cody emailed us to see if we could talk to you and find out why you're not answering any of his phone calls.
Okay, that's awkward.
Did you enjoy your date with Cody?
I mean, it was definitely kind of an odd first date. I would say that.
Driving around looking at views?
Yeah. So how much do you guys actually know about the date?
Well, we talked to Cody, and he basically just told us that. He wanted to do something different and maybe romantic, so he said that he planned out a bunch of different viewpoints you could go look at.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was definitely different.
And by the way, we're on your side with that. We think it's kind of like a strange date.
I would have gotten really bored by the I mean, you give me 2 viewpoints, maybe. Yeah. But more than that, I'm checked out.
Exactly. He really just wanted to look at a lot of bridges. It was all about the bridges. He was really into views. He kept saying views a lot. I don't know. He was just really excited by it. And at one point, we were driving on the freeway, and he pulls over on the freeway to say, "Oh my gosh, we just have to stop and look at this view."
So you're just on the side of the freeway with cars screaming by you at 70 miles an hour?
Yes.
When he told us about this, I pictured more of like a nature thing,
Yeah,
where
me
it was
too.
like calm and quiet.
Or a park.
No, it was very urban.
Okay.
And there were a couple times even where we would stop, and he would have us hike under bridges to get a different view.
Like you're going under freeway overpasses?
Yes. And he just said that was another unique view for us to enjoy together.
Weird.
The
Okay.
unique part was right.
He did tell us one thing. He said that you guys eventually stumbled upon a sunset view, and he felt that there was a moment where you might have wanted a kiss, and he didn't go in for it. Was he feeling the right vibe there, or was he... From talking to you, it sounds like you were not feeling like being kissed.
Not by him.
Okay.
You do have to give him some credit. I mean, the guy put some effort into it.
Actually, I don't know, because in my mind, it kind of actually felt like this had the potential to be romantic, but what it sort of felt like more was just that he may have been too cheap to take me on an actual date.
That's
kind of trying to make more of these views than what was there.
When we talked to him, I didn't get the vibe like he was that scheming to be like, I'm going to take her to look at bridges and views because I want to save money. Maybe he's just got a weird thing with bridges.
Yeah.
It wasn't just bridges, though, because actually, at one point toward the end, he stopped by this house, and I was kind of weirded out, and I said, why are we at this random house? And he said, no, don't worry, I know the guy. And we went into the guy's backyard to look at yet another view, and so I was just standing in this stranger's backyard.
Is he like breaking it up as he goes along?
I would have run if I were you at that point. Hey, we're going to go to this house. Don't worry, I know a guy. Don't ask questions.
Yeah, exactly. It was bizarre.
Okay. I'd love to find out if your theory is right, that he wanted to save money, so he took you on this view date. Wouldn't you at least like to know that?
Actually, I'm not concerned. I don't think I'm going to go on a second date, so.
Oh. Well, that's too bad, because he's on the phone right now, and I wanted to ask him.
Yeah, hi, Sydney. It's so nice to hear your voice.
Oh, gosh.
Cody?
Yeah. Do you realize how much time I spent planning that date? I thought it'd be unique.
Well, it was
You can't
unique,
appreciate
but it was also
what I
weird.
did for you? Do you realize how much time I spent putting this date together? How many maps I consulted? I spent hours on the internet looking up places. I called people to plan this whole thing out. I spent so much time on that, and I cared about what happened, and you just blow this off?
Well, I mean, in your hours on the internet, did you not find normal restaurants to take someone to?
Did you not go to Yelp?
That's a good answer.
Oh, yeah, I'm so sorry. I tried to do something original for sake instead of taking you to a bar or a stupid restaurant.
Just don't claim originality as cheap. It's obvious that you were just being cheap.
I am not cheap. I thought it would be fun.
Doesn't it sound weird when I say we went and looked at a dozen bridges? I mean, that's weird, right?
It wasn't just the bridge. It was the view off of the bridge. But if you look up from your phone, maybe you would have noticed.
Can we also mention maybe how awkward it was for me standing in some random dude's backyard? That's not a date.
Paul is not a random guy. He's a good friend of mine, and he's got a really good view from his backyard.
Wow.
Okay.
That is
Cindy, let me ask you a question. Why not just say, hey, let's go eat. Let's do something else. I don't really like doing this.
I don't know. It's the first date, and I don't know. I guess I'm a little old-fashioned. I just feel like the guy should kind of take charge of that, and if it goes poorly, then that's just a sign to me that there's not going to be a second date.
Oh,
I have a perfect way to solve this.
But Jubal, don't do it.
No, I'm going to do it. I have to do it. Sydney, would you like to go on a second date with Cody?
Oh, my gosh.
We will pay for you guys to go out again.
No.
All right. Threw me for a loop on that one. Well, Sydney, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for coming on with us. Check out the show sometime.
Yeah, I will.
All right, thank you. Well, there you go, Cody. She thought your date of taking her to look at views and bridges was boring.
You know, I'm glad I know now, because if a girl, can't appreciate the view from the side of a bridge, then she's just not for me.
All right, yeah.
We
That's
all
what I've
have
been
our
saying for
standards.
years. If a chick can't dig a view from a bridge, kick him to the curb.
Moving 92.5, 60 seconds lead.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Quinn, please?
This is Quinn.
Hey, Quinn, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Sorry, can you say again?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
What is that?
It's a radio show. We do a segment on our show called The Second Date Update.
Uh-huh.
It's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then don't call them back after, we get you on the phone to ask why.
I don't know. I don't understand what you're talking about exactly.
You recently went out on a date with one of our listeners, and they emailed us about you because you haven't been returning any of their phone calls or text messages.
Who did that?
His name is Howie.
Okay, wait. I'm sorry. So Howie got in touch with you and asked you to...
Yes. He emailed us and asked us to get a hold of you to find out why you're not calling him back. We actually talked to Howie, and he told us a little bit about your date. He said that you guys had a great time, so he's confused. Does that mean that you didn't have a great time?
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't believe this is happening.
What'd you think of Howie when you guys went out?
I mean, he's totally nice. I would be friends with him. That's cool, but
So he's good enough to friend zone after one date, but not good enough to date romantically.
yeah. I mean, I oh my God. I mean, I'll just tell you. So he's just not a very good kisser. So what are you going to do?
Yeah, that's
Are you talking about the rash that he gave you?
Yeah.
Who told you about that?
He told us about it. I wasn't trying to blow up his spot too early, so I didn't want to bring it up to you. But now that you say that he's a bad kisser, I'm guessing that that's the issue.
Well, that wasn't entirely true.
Wait, the bleeding wasn't entirely true, or?
Yeah.
What?
Well, he's like really wet and sloppy kisser, like all at once, like a washing machine, like sucking on my face.
So it's just really drooly and slobbery and gross.
I mean, honestly, I've like never had that experience, and I really didn't know what to do. It was like a lot and kind of gross. So I went into the bathroom, and I was just like, how do I get out of this? So I was sitting there, and I saw that he had a loofah.
Saw that he had a what?
A loofah?
Like
A loofah, like a shower thing?
Yeah, like a rough sponge thing.
Okay.
So I rubbed it on my nose.
No.
Like,
what?
and I
You gave yourself a rash on your nose from his loofah? Are you serious?
I didn't know what to do. It was the only way I could think of getting out of it.
Are you being serious right now?
I know. I'm not proud of it. I mean,
Have you ever had a rash like that from making out before, or that's just something that came to you?
I had a roommate who did.
Okay. And so you drew on the experience of your roommate and took his loofah, rubbed it on your nose until it started to bleed so that you could say he gave you a rash so he didn't have to kiss you anymore.
Why didn't you just say, I have to go? Like, why would you ever do something like that?
Well, honestly, like, it was going well until then, and he knew I didn't have anywhere to go. It would have been so weird. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to get out of there.
As weird as what you did, I don't think so.
I was desperate.
How long did it take for your nose to heal?
I still have a little stab on my nose.
Oh my God.
So it's been like over a week that you've damaged your nose to get out of a date with this guy.
Yeah, it's not one of my most proudest moments.
That is amazing.
Escape
Quinn,
artist.
thank you for being honest with us. I appreciate it.
Oh my God, I can't believe it.
Now I feel like I must be honest with you and let you know that Howie is actually on the other line listening.
What?
Yeah, I feel like I owe you that.
Hey, Quinn.
Oh my God.
Geez, I don't know what to say here. I've never had any complaints about my kissing in my entire life.
Yeah, Howie, she didn't just complain about it. She damaged her body to not kiss you.
I don't even know what to say.
I don't know what to say either.
Well, you just said it, I guess.
Yeah, I think actions speak louder than words here.
This is so crazy to me.
I really didn't want you to know. I mean, I'm sorry.
I mean, was I really that bad of a kisser?
I don't know what else to tell you. You know the story now.
Quinn, there has to be something. I mean, I've made out with some pretty bad kissers before, and you can kind of maybe coach them a little bit.
Well, I mean, I guess some girls are into that, and I'm not. So maybe we could. I mean, I can't imagine it's like what was natural to him. So
Yeah, I mean, you guys just might not match up kissing-wise.
Oh my
It's a thing. I wouldn't want to have to sit down and coach somebody on how to kiss, but I also would not take sandpaper to my nose in order to get out of kissing them. I would just stop. Well, Quinn, I would love to see if you'd like to go on a second date with Howie. We'll pay for a second date if you'll go out with him again.
oh,
Yeah, try another kiss.
what?
You have to kiss at the end of it, though. If you don't kiss at the end of it, I'm not paying for it.
I don't know if I can go through that again.
Hey, you know, if you give me a second chance, I'll lay off the wetness of the kisses.
Oh my good Lord.
That's a weird way to put it, Howie. Yeah, awkward. But Quinn, would you be interested in going out with him again if he lays off the wetness of the kisses?
Well, I did have a good time. So, I mean, if he can reduce the amount of body fluids, I mean,
Are we still talking about kissing here?
Yeah, this is taking a weird turn.
I may go out with him again if there's no kissing, or figure out some way to kiss with less slobbering, and I mean maybe
Okay.
maybe less slobbering.
Howie, do you think you can do that? Do you think that you can work on your kissing and slobbering and stuff?
I definitely think so, but just for the record, is second base off the table?
Oh my God. You have no shame.
Trying to
Howie.
negotiate
You have
right now.
No shame.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello?
Hi, is Alan there?
Speaking.
Hey, Alan, how are you? My name is Jubal, and I host a morning radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, Jubal?
Yes, Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay.
Have you ever heard the show before at all?
No, I'm not familiar.
Oh, okay.
Is it it's on the radio?
Yes.
I mostly listen to NPR, sorry.
NPR, I'm not familiar with that rapper.
That would be so badass if NPR was a rapper.
Well, we are a radio show, and we do a segment called the Second Date Update. So you recently went on a date with one of our listeners.
Okay, who was it?
Her name is Erica.
She emailed you.
Yeah, Erica
What'd
emailed
she say?
us. Well, she emailed us and said that you guys met in acting class, and you got together one night to make tamales. And ever since then, you've kind of been cold to her in the acting class, and you haven't responded to like her phone calls or text messages or anything.
Okay. I don't understand why she emailed you.
Well, I guess she says that she's tried to talk to you a little bit, but you've been cold. And when she asked you if you wanted to go out again, you're just like, I'm busy, and then didn't want to talk to her. So she figured we might be able to find something out.
I don't know what you want me to say. It's not working.
Is there a specific reason?
Well, yes and no, but I don't really see why I'm going to talk to you about it.
Well, because you're not telling her. Like, you have to understand from her perspective, it's awkward for her to be in a class every day with a guy who obviously doesn't want to go out with you, and you have no idea why.
So the best thing for her to do is to email a radio station.
I think so.
No, you
I
get the
do.
truth one way or the other.
We do a lot of these second date updates. It works for a lot of people.
Well, I think it says something about her sanity.
Is that it? Do you feel like she's not sane?
No, I'm not saying she's not sane. I'm just choosing to go our separate ways as much as we can, even though we still have to be in that class together, because I think it's going to be better for both of us.
So you're deciding for her what's better for her.
Yeah, what?
Well, I'm deciding what's better for me, and I happen to believe it's got to be better for her.
And what is that?
I don't know why I'm telling you guys this. There's something about her vibe. I don't want to talk about auras and stuff, but there's definitely something about hers that clashes with mine.
Her vibe clashes with your vibe.
Only people in an acting class would say something like that.
What do you mean by that?
Look, she'd come over to my house. We made tamales. There was like some awkwardness there. I didn't think anything of it. But then the next week in class, we had to do these monologues, right?
Okay.
And when I went up to do mine, I felt off. Like I couldn't get in the right headspace. I could just feel that my energy was being sucked, and I feel like a lot of it has to do with her.
That you feel like your energy was off when you were doing your monologue because of her. How?
It's hard to explain to the layperson. Meaning not an actor. I mean, I don't know what you guys do as like radio personalities.
Yeah, no, radio is bottom of the barrel, not much of an art.
We're as layperson as you get.
Like, have you ever taken an acting class?
No.
I have.
I mean, in high school, but I don't think that counts.
I'm not talking about like lay on the floor and be an ice cream cone stuff. I mean, like really getting into like what's inside of you.
No, I've never really gotten in touch with what's inside of me.
Thank God.
That's a whole separate problem.
Yeah. Was it something that she did?
It wasn't anything she did. It was just her energy, you know? It's like when I got to do my monologue, it sucked, and I'm f***ing good, all right? But this girl, something about her, I know it's her. I know it was her. It put me in the wrong space.
So you're blaming her for you not doing a good job on your monologue.
Look, if you don't understand it, it's just because you're not in touch. You know, you said you haven't been inside yourself. Well, maybe you should take a big swim in Lake U, because in order to get creative energy, you need to be free to do that.
Don't you think it's a little unfair to say someone's being ruined your abilities? I mean, it could have been like, what if did you have a stressful week, or you had a fight with your mom? I don't know.
If I had a stressful week, I have the tools that I can channel that stress into a brilliant performance.
Okay.
But she took those tools away from me. I don't know how to tell you that she did, but she did.
That tool thief.
Oh my God.
She's a tool thief.
Weird.
And that's the reason that you're not calling her back. You feel like you can't be creative with her in your life.
Yeah, like I need a muse, and she is not a muse. She's a succubus. And she pulls the energy out of me. Every creative juice that I have was sucked out of me by just her presence.
Oh my God.
That is intense, sir.
Sorry about that.
She didn't feel the same way at all, I don't think.
Well, look, her monologue was not great either, and either she's just a bad actress or I'm affecting her too.
Okay, so you think that just the two of you together, you can't be successful actors because your energy doesn't fit.
Right. Like, I can't practice my craft to the best of my ability if I have a succubus on me.
I can't believe you.
Some people like succubuses, some people don't. I mean, I can't change how you feel. It kind of doesn't make sense to me because I'm not you, but I do know that she's on the other line listening right now and would love to talk to you.
What? Are you seriously?
Yeah, Erica?
Hi.
So she heard everything I just said?
Yes, she did.
Yeah, I did.
And do you not
Are
agree
you
with it?
serious?
Yes, I'm
I was
serious.
thinking like you were dating somebody else. Like now you think I'm like some voodoo witch or something.
So you think that your monologue was good?
Oh!
I wouldn't say it was the best I ever had, but I can recognize that and not blame it on somebody else.
Well, maybe you're not in touch with yourself enough to know what's affecting you.
Maybe you're a little too pretentious for the class.
I'm pretentious.
Yeah, do you hear yourself speaking right now?
Okay, Erica, explain this to me. All right, look at it all as a whole. The week before in class, my monologue was beautiful. Like the teacher said, it was the best work she'd seen. The next week, after having spent just a little bit of time with you, I'm mixing up Macbeth and Hamlet, and it's all coming out apples and oranges. What other excuse could there be?
I don't know. Maybe you didn't get enough sleep. Honestly, Alan, I don't get it because you weren't bad. I wasn't bad.
You have completely skewed ideas of what's bad. Bad for me is probably your best day.
I don't know why you're being like this. Did we not have a good time? Did we not have fun when we were hanging out?
That's not the point, Erica. Clearly, from a creative perspective and from a professional perspective, we're not good for each other. Our energies clash.
So even if you had fun and liked each other, it's not worth it because it's going to screw up your careers.
It could have been the best date in the world, but it's not worth it to me to continue dating someone that's going to pull my creativity out of my stomach.
Erica, did you?
Oh my God!
I mean, you're kind of being a jerk to her right now.
Yeah.
She didn't do anything on purpose, even if you feel like she sucked your creativity out.
Look, I'm sorry if I said hurtful things, but I think it's best that we don't pursue anything because it's clearly affecting both of us.
I mean, people have bad weeks, but it's an acting class. You get through it, you take notes, and you go to the next class and try to do better.
Maybe you'd understand this. Some of us, like myself, are trained and know how to focus stressful days or bad energies and still be fantastic. You, however, changed all of that for me. One date with you, and I had nothing left.
Oh!
Sweetie, I'm really sorry, but you really aren't that good. The teacher gives you the most notes for a reason.
No, the teacher gave me notes because the teacher thinks that there's something there that can be improved upon. You didn't get a lot of notes because, you know what? Well, she's never going to get any better.
Who knew it could be so catty in acting class?
It's an act off.
I know what the answer is going to be here, but I would like to ask the question regardless. Alan, would you like to go on a second date with Erica? We will pay for it.
Obviously not.
And Erica, I'm assuming that you don't want to see Alan again?
Yeah, hell no.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
So you
good.
gonna drop out of the class?
No, I'll be there. You'll see me.
Oh, man.
Oh, this is going to be good.
I hope that both of you can channel that awkwardness into great monologues for future classes.
I'll be able to channel all of this energy, including this sour energy that you just put in me, and I'll be able to do great work, and I'm going to book a lot of gigs. Erica, however, is going to be stuck doing nothing, waiting tables, and maybe you can give her a job on your radio station.
Alan, I guarantee you in 10 years, I'm going to be the one who's successful, and you will not.
Yeah, successful at cashing welfare checks. Good luck.
Whoa, that was below the belt.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.